then go to 0 for it. Here, then it's probably someone's end. So like, not all of us can press pause and shit at the same time.
It did 0 for me. I press play right now.
Okay, yeah.
Can everyone see
playing
it?
at 0.
Okay, perfect.
We're continuing right now.
Or it's at 0, 8 right now. 10, 11.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
So you're live?
Yes, I am.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna turn down the volume.
Yeah, I'll turn it up a tiny bit. So we're going off of, is it Nime Engine?
Yes. Yeah, it's Nime. I don't know.
Nime.
Alright, so this is off of Nime's
Adrift, are you the coach or are you playing in this as well?
I'm not in this, but I'm a manager slash in-game coach type thing. Like I coach them during their matches, but like we have a coach for VOD reviews because he's better at that type stuff.
Analyst?
Yeah, well, yeah, but he actually like will do the coaching. I don't know. I mean, he's a better coach. I just know like enough.
The team comp you guys ran here was actually very interesting too. You guys run Mora with Hammond?
Yes, so we actually went for, like, you know, we've been kind of experimenting because just kind of found that, like, you know, goats and all those types of comps just really don't work for how we play. And then we decided to try to kind of run like a Chengdu Hunter style comp, you know, where they like to run the ham and everything, and we found that really works for us. So
yeah, for sure. Okay, whoever is it, you can.
Yeah.
If you have anything to say, then yeah, you can just press pause on your own. You'll be able to pause and you can draw on screen whenever you need to.
Sounds good.
All right.
Dude, he stole my girlfriend. I have to kill him though.
I like these comms, by the way.
Yeah, the comms are very nice. The setup here. What was interesting to me is, I wish I had a better POV so I could actually say, is your Winston in main right now?
I can't even see, just because
of
the POV.
This is where we had a problem. Before we continue this VOD review, I just want to let you know, our Pharah misplayed the entire Oasis.
oh, we knew. I was spectating, and I'm like, why is this Pharah dying to a Winston?
Yeah, and I made it very clear in our next VOD, in our actual VOD, that he had not played correctly, and I don't know if he was new to Pharah, but this was a very yikes game.
Yes.
Was that a sub? Or?
No, he's main player. He's just not used to fair, I assume. He played a lot better next Rose League round though, or next game.
Got him. I missed the punch. I'm a monkey.
The target priority here was kind of weird from your guys' team, but also our team, because we didn't really necessarily pick a target to try to like exit on.
Yeah, definitely. As I was, sorry, what?
No.
Man, pause. As I was saying here, I mean, if you could just, even if you were to look back or not, you could definitely tell that our target priority was rough because Doomfist was way up in us, and we just didn't hit him once. I felt like he took 0 damage because we didn't attack him at all. Like we were all over the place with this. Our target priority, we had Percy all the way up in the front line. We had me in the back line. I don't know where Zappa was, but I mean, we were all so split up that even if we had tried calling targets, we wouldn't have been able to all see the same target, I felt like, in that situation.
Yeah, the follow-up would have been very weak.
Yeah. So that was definitely good by you guys to follow up on that.
Your ball's placement was very interesting for me too. He's kind of playing on point. Oh, well, I mean, he's hybriding in between, is what I've noticed from what I've been...
Yeah, a lot of... I mean, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really done too much like specific work on the like Hammond play.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely worked for you guys on this map. Like our monkey here, he initiated a dive where our diva was late to respond, which was definitely our fault. Yeah, our diva's target priority is somewhere else, especially like there's no target priority here from our end, which is very bad. We were kind of... Sombra managed to get our hack off on their Doom after they picked our main tank, so...
I really wish he would just choose a target and stay on them, because that was pretty annoying.
Yeah, that was really bad that was terrible on our end.
I felt like our diva wasn't staying with our monkey enough there. Like we weren't really coordinating dives. Like right there, or no, that was the your monkey. But I mean, you can see when our monkey starts diving and diva's not even close to him. Like our diva isn't dead 99% of the time that he dives. So you can really tell that. I mean, it's not really monkey's fault that he's dying most of the time when he dives in. It's the diva's not backing up. We don't really have anything to back them up since the Pharmacy isn't doing enough damage. We weren't in the right positions to go dive, and then when we did try and dive, we didn't dive together. So it was it was kind of rough on our side overall. We just had a rough time.
You guys said while playing Hammond, you guys were going for the Hangzhou. Wait, what team comp was
the
it?
Chengdu type stuff.
You guys are going for the Chengdu type comp. This is just a tip that I have. I don't know if it could. This is all personal preference. But while playing Hammond, he seemed to have just always dove instead of actually misplacing them as Hammond using his mobility. When it came to every fight, he would dive, and he just did the basic dive, which is necessarily not a problem. But to get more value out of Hammond, I feel like you should definitely be doing more stuff like using your grappling hook to speed into them, which could cause a slam after that too, which is just causing initial damage plus misplacing the enemy team, causing them to have to like form up again, especially against a comp where it's Pharmacy and Sombra, to where it's kind of they have 4 frontline and they have almost 2 flankers. If you're causing misplace of the tanks or of the supports anywhere at all, then you're going to cause a lot of trouble towards the enemy team. That's just what I've noticed.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that, and I'll pass that along to him. The guy we have playing Hammond, he doesn't really do too much Hammond play outside this comp that we do, and I don't know. I mean, I guess like the way that he plays it works sometimes, like as long as, you know, the conditions aren't horrible for us, you know.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I was just like, that's just a tip that I've had.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely think that that's helpful, like especially just because, like, you know, that's how you should be playing Hammond.
Yeah, he just tend to use his grappler more for the actual dive instead of.
Yeah, no, he's just more of a ride player.
Yeah, no, that's really cool.
You know,
just a quick tip,
I think Hammond has a really unique ability with his grapple to be able to split up enemies so easily. I mean, you could go in and just pile drive someone way up and immediately take them out pretty close, depending on who the target is. I mean, and then just to hit them completely out of position, very similar to Lucio's boop.
Hey, Sombra Ryan, she's hacking. Yo, Diva1.
Our Diva's way out of position there.
Yeah. I'm definitely not sure if you're is this a this is a question. Is he an active Doom player? Does he normally play Doom for the team?
He actually came on as an off tank, but
oh really?
But then I don't know, like he just kind of became a flex to anything that isn't support. I
thought he was a Doom main.
I mean, he might be, but he did sign up as an off tank. And like can play off tanks.
Oh, okay.
But
so
I think
it's
or no, what were you gonna...
I was just gonna say, because I wanted to make a lot of comments on his Doom, because throughout the game he had tend to have very he tends to have a very not divey kind of Doomfist playstyle, but he has a more of an aggressiveness. He's not gonna get out until he dives kind of playstyle.
Yeah,
like,
well that's the thing, like I wanted to, or pretty much like when they were playing this map, the only thing I wanted them like was that they should.
Let's pause.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I wanted to say was that I don't think that their comp really would have been a good idea on paper. If you looked at like Europe versus our comp, Europe should have won.
Yes.
So I thought that they should have been swapping, and especially when you think about like, you know, how ineffective the Doom is versus what the value that you could get out of any other character, or like just there's a lot more DPS. I thought could have been more viable.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm glad you noticed that too, because even we noticed, me and Jay, when we were watching I believe next map, that I mean you guys chose like Widow and Doomfist against either a Pharmacy or a Goats. Like, something that our team really focuses on is thinking about what the other team, like what you guys were gonna run. We noticed that you were gonna have that Doomfist, so we knew that Ghost would be good against that Doomfist. I mean, when we know that the other team is gonna run something or what choices they have to run, we're gonna try and counter it no matter what. So if you're running something that does no damage against goats, I mean, you're screwed. At least if we play it well. If we don't play it well, then Doom has easy kills against most of basically everyone, assuming he plays it well. We don't play it well. So I mean, compositions, they matter so much.
Yeah, they really do, and I just think, I mean, the thing that I noticed that our team usually thinks about is like, I don't know, like they spend a lot of time trying to, you know, make whatever they have work. Like they'll dedicate a few fights to trying to make their current comp work because, you know, and I'm trying to work with them on sort of realizing like when it's just, oh, we lost the fight because we lost the fight, like we made mistakes rather than we had like a completely countered comp. But there's other times where it's like they'll just keep fighting with the same comp when they're literally getting destroyed.
Yes.
You know? Like you know, so it's gotten a lot better. I think here they just didn't realize that there were issues because it kept working.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Oasis University, which will be the next map that we watch, you'll definitely notice that you guys made a valid comment that we were playing Ana goats basically against you guys, but it was more of just error on our end of Ana goats because Ana goats is definitely not too hard to counter a Doomfist sort of thing because the problem was with our Ana goats was our Ana and our Brig, they were not using their stun abilities or their sleep abilities to target the Doom, but mainly just to throw them out there, which was causing your Doom to have a lot more like space. But if this were to be like any other team that had practiced that a lot more, your Doomfist here would have had a lot more problems because he would have been slept and stunned a lot more often. Because especially on University, he was not stunned nor slept once, I don't think.
Yeah, well, he like I did notice that he and Dragonblade there, they both were being throughout the entire match. They just completely ignored whenever they were purple, like, and they would just keep fighting or whatever. And they died a lot because of that. So you know.
Before we continue, are you U.S. East, West, or Central? Just wondering.
East.
Okay, I'm gonna
it is like an
call it East. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's hard to. Okay, are we good? Are we good right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, your voice is a lot more clear. So you were just like lagging a little bit in between.
It's all good.
Okay, here we go. You guys call high ground here for him, and which was actually very interesting to me because what I thought would have gotten more value is especially knowing that we were about to run goats because you guys made the call like, okay, they're about to run goats, let's counter goats. Your Reinhardt tend to come up here with your Hammond, and what I thought of what you guys would have gotten more value off of is if your Hammond were to have played solo top right until you guys were able to get enough pressure on us or manage to force us more on our backside, like our back point, like over in this area where the entrance is. So your Reinhardt could have gotten a lot more value into the fight while also building alt charge. Is mainly what I'm saying is the enemy, you guys could have all played main, and you guys could have made an initial speed boost push onto our backline as your Hammond were to have played top right and had just had a really free dive, you know?
Yeah.
Which is what we'll see coming up here.
Put my me paused for a second, in a second. If I can find the right spot. Come on. Okay, so that's something that we did this last Rose League game that we played that really screwed us up, that it almost seemed like you guys kind of did, just with a different composition, where our Ryan jumped down here kind of before our team did. I'll have to watch and see what happened with you guys, but it almost seemed like once you drop down from this little top area, like once everyone drops down, you have to be together, especially if you're playing goats. Because when we did that, we dropped down and we were completely split, and they just picked us off one by one because we were, split up. Our Ryan was on one side, we were on a different side, and it completely screwed us over because of our positioning. And I'll have to watch how that works out here. But you guys, I felt dropped down a lot better than we did. Yeah, see how you guys are you guys are together and we weren't. That was a bad thing on our part.
If we can remember,
that's the thing that we kind of work on that, and I think going high ground, that was mostly the plan, just based on the level of diving or of dive characters that we have right now. And I think that also might have played the mind games a little bit. You guys are probably thinking hey, they're probably going to go main just because they're going to be trying to counter us. And we didn't do that. We split you guys up, and then that kind of also just defeats the whole idea of goats.
How we could have definitely played this better on the Enigma side though is just start it here. You'll notice your Hammond, he makes a very obvious main dive, and that's why I say when a Hammond isn't necessarily diving, he should be diving around the back to where Doom was just standing, kind of more into us, because you'll notice he's gonna land right here. And if we had a Brig player who had played Brig more often, she would have been you'll see she misses the stun coming up here. Brig is right here. Our Brig was initiating there, so that could have led to a lot of error into your initial dive into this. So I felt what you guys could have done here. This is just me, because obviously you guys were playing this off to where you guys were winning. This is just for more teams you play who can manage to play this better. Is your Reinhardt does initiate before the enemy team, not to the second your Hammond should have been here, your Reinhardt could have definitely have been playing here with maybe a Lucio to assist him, or wherever your Lucio is playing. So mainly our main tanks would have focused more on the front line, which would have opened you guys a lot more room for his diving spot, if that makes
that makes sense.
Any sense.
And just so you know, Adrift, not all this is just criticism to your team or our team. This is in general to anyone watching.
Stream for Chase.
No, I understand that, because I've had players get mad whenever their whenever it's their perspective, and then you only criticize, or it seems like you only criticize them because you see what they're doing.
That's not how we're trying to make it feel. This is kind of just towards anyone.
If we had our POV, this would have been a completely different educational stream.
Yeah.
I would have been pointing out basically what I did on what we did last time, because we already did a private VOD review on this map with the whole team, except it was a lot more of me just beefing on our Pharah for some reason, which but our Pharah was really, really stressful to me. I kind of had to explain that.
I mean, 95% of it was him calling Persona bad, and then the other 5% was actual saying what we needed to do differently.
Because Persona, we were playing Pharmacy too much, and Persona was causing us to lose too every fight. Yeah, okay. This is also another comment. For your Doomfist, of course. Not trying to beef on him. He played Doomfist. Actually, he played Doomfist pretty well compared to how we weren't countering him. Your Doomfist, he used his punch for a lot. You'll notice this later into the matches too, since we'll be on his POV. He uses his punch more for mobility.
Should I be pausing?
Which was kind of...
Should I be pausing the VOD?
Well, I mean, no, you can play. You can play. You'll notice he uses his punch for a lot, cancel his punch. He just uses it all from, look, he just initiated that. If our Brig would have been frontlining there, that would have been endgame. And same with this too, look, he will do the most, look, he's going in. He's in there.
And which is kind of a stupid thing, I probably shouldn't have said that, not to be mean, which is something that you don't want to do when the other team is completely countering you. We're running triple tank and triple support. I mean, we're gonna steamroll someone in close quarters, especially a Doomfist, someone with 2 DPS. I mean, it would have definitely made a little more sense if the Doomfist was, instead of the Diva in GOATs. But, I mean, running something so short like that, We played it worse than we should have. I felt like in this little close corners here.
For sure.
Whereas we could have, especially since Doomfist got slept, where we could have hardcore pushed, but instead we kind of backed up more into this room, which would have been bad for Sorry, it would have been bad for us if you guys had not engaged, like if you had stayed back a little bit, but instead they engaged, making it a little bit easier for us to kill them. I feel like the best thing to do here would have just been to stay back a little bit.
Well, I also feel like, I mean, if he wanted to use his punch as mobility in this one situation, I think he should have ulted, because you guys were like that close together.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, he could have ulted right there, and then he could have just disengaged with the punch, or at least he could have, you know, somewhat disengaged. But
I mean, you'll see.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. He definitely. What I mean by he used his punch as mobility, mainly, is he never is what you'll see most of the time. He didn't necessarily disengage as often as we were watching it, because me and Chase were watching this gameplay beforehand, and he didn't seem to necessarily use it to disengage, but obviously that's a good comment. He could have ulted and he could have disengaged with the punch, which would have caused a big disruption in our backline, especially since our tanks were playing more right here and our supports were playing more on the stairwell.
yeah.
So something I was mapping out here was that if something I was mapping out here was if Doomfist, when he got woken up, would have gone back, and then the rest of them would have gone back. Since it looks, you can already see here that our brig is going all the way back into this area. If you guys would have gone back, what we probably would have wanted to do, I don't think we would have done it at the time because of how inexperienced we are/were. We probably should have, but we wouldn't have gone right back up to the high ground. Since you guys are going to be playing on point and we're goats, we can at least maybe charge some ults up, since it's 25% on the point. So that means we're going to have at least like one ult that we can use. So we probably should have just gone back up to high ground, assuming, you know, that whole situation had played out how I was expecting it to. But then it didn't, so we just kind of used our goat powers to roll them.
Yeah.
Turn the comms back on.
I've been stunned the entire game!
That was a rough fight.
But that should be a sign that you should change. What?
Yes.
Oh, that's a complicated idea.
Like, that whole thing right there, like what he just said, that should have been going on, I felt like, all game when he was playing Doomfist with us. We should have been stunning him so much more than we did.
Definitely. That's why we're running on goats, and it didn't seem to.
I just don't know why, like, I don't know. They're also,
Too late.
It was an auto, but I mean,
I don't
much
know.
more.
I think there were better opportunities, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Doomfist ult is kind of an odd thing to figure out when to use, in my opinion.
But playing Doomfist right there, he could have zoned their team off completely, forcing them back onto point. If he would have just ulted their choke point, like right down main, he would have forced them to walk forward.
Honestly, what I really want to see is I want your Lucio's footage of this. I want to see your Lucio played, because I think he's pretty decent.
Well, hang on. Who is playing Lucio in this game?
Eden, E-D-E-N.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
He's actually a DPS, but he's
really?
also good enough at support. We have one good actual support, and then the other two are low silvers, and they're not fantastic.
Really? Your team is so spread with SR. I can't believe they put you in Diamond Division.
Yeah, we can't either.
I would have immediately requested to get in Platinum.
I don't know. I mean, the fact is we can win maps.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you guys did great against us. And, I mean, it's not like we've been playing for a long time either. We got into Rose League very last minute. We had about 4 scrims total altogether before we went to Rose League.
Yeah. I mean, we've been playing since Open Division 2018 Season 3.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, this team right here, out of the people that are on this this like starting 6, only 2 were on the original team. Yeah.
Check this out. It really seems like here, it almost seems like he doesn't know what to pick. I think the Brig was a good option here. I think what would have been better is to switch up, as well the Moira and the Hammond, and just go goats, honestly. I mean, it was good that they put him on Brig, but
I agree with you. And the annoying thing is, so one of the captains of the team, like Fluffy, on there, like he has personal vendetta against goats, and I understand why. It's like, I don't know, he wants to find like the counter for it, and he doesn't care how many maps he has to lose to find it.
I think I know who he is.
I could definitely give you a composition right now to
counter.
Oh no,
I know, but like he's
just very anti-goats.
Yeah, so he thinks that if we play it, we're becoming part of the problem. So
a team captain is thinking this.
Yes.
Was he a player though? Was he a player on this?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Because there was one guy the whole time saying, "I hate goats. I hate this. I can't believe they're doing this."
It's very interesting to me because, especially as a team captain, you should very much be open-minded. And
well, I know. I've been talking to him about that because I mean, it's like I'll tell him like, hey, you don't have to start running goats, but if they're running goats, you probably have to run goats.
Yeah, I mean that's just how it works. I mean it's meta. You can't really control it. Like,
the meta is slowly shifting though. There are less and less teams playing goats, but if you are playing goats, if the enemy team is playing goats, you are playing to counter that as counter goat for the time being until Baptiste is more open, so we can, because what's wrong right now is the meta's at a halt, and which is very poor timing because especially since the Rose League's going on right now, there's Overwatch League, all that stuff. The meta is at a halt because of because of Baptiste, and people don't seem to understand. There are people who think Baptiste is going to change meta. There are people who's going to think Baptiste is literally just going to be another hero was just like Doomfist, who will become the most played and then the least played. And then there's going to be the people who are going to go like, oh yeah, we'll just see what happens. And so it's kind of like, that's why the meta's at a halt currently, because people want to try new team compositions and new ideas, but they don't know how big of a problem it'll be if Baptiste comes out and he manages to be just as crazy, especially since they haven't fixed his mouse 1 and mouse 2 bug yet, which has been trending in the PTR, scrim scene.
Oh, yeah.
Which is actually very bad, since he can heal and damage output
at the exact same time. It's brutal.
Yeah.
So like people have no idea what's going on with that, because you can run goats with Baptiste with that bug, because as long as he's pressing mouse 1 and mouse 2 at the same time while pressing W, he's gonna heal his team while just shooting right through his Reinhardt.
Yeah. Should we play?
So yeah, no, you could have played the whole time. My bad.
You guys are at 10:04, right? 10:05.
Yes,
6.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely Baptiste is putting a hold on meta for some reason. I think we should just keep trying to find meta, and if we can't find it, then that'll be fine.
Yep.
We'll find it eventually.
Here's something we need to work on. We should have disengaged like 15 seconds ago. Yeah.
No, definitely watching the enemy's POV, since this is the first time I've actually seen the enemy's POV, I'm gonna be able to help a lot more when it comes to this.
I didn't know this was the first time you ever seen it.
No, yeah, this is the first time I've seen our enemy's POV.
I wasn't even planning on watching it. I just wanted a clip from the montage, and then I watched it, and then I saw that it was gonna be really helpful for us to review.
Our Ana was hitting fat nades at the
no. That was really why we lost this point right now.
That was something that's something as a team you guys could have pointed towards D.Va, and I don't think you guys ever make that call, which isn't like the biggest problem, of course, but definitely as D.Va, you're focusing down Zarya and Ana, especially if you know they have Grav, or if you were alt tracking, because it seemed your team doesn't alt track either.
Yeah, I was gonna say that later.
Not James, fuck.
Yeah, they're not particularly good at that.
Definitely. Which is something I noticed later on.
I'm still teaching them the first phase of alt tracking, where it's like just back your counterpart.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Is that they should be alt tracking just only one person each to start off with, and it's the person that either when they're playing each other, if your Rhine is tracking our Rhine and your Diva is tracking our Diva, etc. Because that's how you start off with shot calling mostly, I believe, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Then you go to like 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Alright, so wait, I didn't see what you were running here. Looks like
they ran Pharmacy Sombra.
Okay. And what was the other support? Was it Lucio?
Lucio.
Okay.
We misplayed very hard here, and you will see that a lot on our end. We misplayed.
Yes.
Which I actually did go over. Yeah, right here, which was very interesting to me, is we should have, as a team, we should have won this fight instantly. I'm gonna replay just a little bit. Oh shit, that's forward. Are you guys at 12:22?
Yes, 23.
Yeah.
Right here is how our team should have won this fight. Is because when we were done with this match and I was doing the VOD review, I definitely let them know we were playing dive and with Farm Mercy, and we weren't necessarily taking control of the high ground, which is a very hard idea. Because if you notice how you guys are right now, your Far is at the door, so she's back here. Your Mercy's here. Your Diva's here. Your Diva and Lucio. Your Winston is all the way frontline. I'm not sure she's DMing though, which is a problem. And your Sombra is chasing a Sombra that doesn't even exist anymore. So you guys are very spread out, but then also you're going to notice we were just as spread out, and if not worse, coming up here, which was just doubled. Yeah, look, like our Winston is nowhere near our Diva, which causes our Zen. And I also made this comment too. While in team fights like this, you guys played this very smart because you kept to your side. I mean, you kept into pushing us into our side. And necessarily, you guys played super aggressive here as like not as a team, but you assembled at once, which was very interesting to me, and without too much team communication.
Well, because the thing was, we're very good at, like, I went through with them, and like while we were sort of preparing for Rose League, we went through and we took some some quick play games, and we just kind of said like, all right, everything that just kind of forget about winning this game and focus on listening to who's being called out as the target and just focusing them no matter what.
Yeah.
And
which you guys did very well throughout the matches.
That kind of came through in this one, like say in that one fight. Once they started calling out the Winston, everybody kind of dropped whatever else they were doing, and they just sort of went and converged on the Winston, and then the Winston couldn't do too much.
What I should have done, if I can back up a little, if you don't mind, that Jay pointed out is since I was right here and I saw that Sombra was shooting at me, I was the Enigma's Sombra, by the way. If I saw the Sombra was shooting at me, I should have called that I was getting dove, because our Diva was right about here maybe, and then our Monkey was right here getting attacked by yours. So then they could have both just immediately dived just around here and probably punished Sombra, especially since she didn't have her translocator down at all. I mean, we wouldn't have known, but that's at least a good punish, first of all, and second of all, then we're all together in this one room, and I believe we're playing goats, aren't we? Sombra goats? Maybe no, we're playing farmers. But either way, I mean, that's a better area for us to fight anyway, since first of all we're completely split up here, and second of all, that's an immediate punish on Asylum's Sombra. So yeah.
Yeah, that was very.
So you notice now their Sombra got a free hack and a free double kill because we didn't punish. And great movement by Rakudo.
Tracking 100. Yeah, our Farah just even letting that hack go off was very tough. I don't know why she was playing like that, which was also caused our Mercy to fall down. I don't know.
That's a weird place for his translocator.
Yeah, he tended to
switch
it up a little bit, yeah. Which was really weird to me is he never hacked Big Med to the left.
I don't know what I think I hacked main or the one in
the
the
main
big thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the one in the shrine.
That's what
area.
I had. Yeah.
Yeah, he never even thought of hacking that. I didn't see him go in that room whatsoever.
Really? I'm glad I'm not gonna be playing Sombra anymore.
You guys played this great because our Zen never called out he was taking any back damage, so our D.Va
Yeah.
never turned around, and you kind of just got the insta-pick here, yeah.
That was perfect.
That was very perfect for the Sombra. Which is weird to me is he went for a hack going against a one-on-one on a Winston right there. Which could have caused him to die if we were... And our Pharah's target priority there was, oh my. She hit a direct rocket on the Mercy, and he never went back to her.
Well, I gotta say, like, I'm a support main, and I think one thing you guys should also look at is your support placement. Because say I think your Mercy was doing a lot of like only focusing the Pharah and not doing much else, and that's fine mostly, but like still as a Mercy, like you still have to pay attention to the health of the teammate. Your Zen, of course they had died early on in that fight. But I feel like your supports aren't focusing on where they're positioned, and then that means that they're not able to give enough support. So there's a lot of fights that you guys, or like even 1v1s that you guys should be winning, but we managed to win them just because you weren't getting the support that you needed.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree with that, but I sort of disagree about us doing that because once Millie or Mercy sort of noticed that the Pharah wasn't quite doing the job he needed to, he kind of started immediately going onto our Monkey and our D.Va. I mean, I could be wrong, but it looked kind of like
on in the fight, or was that?
I'm not sure.
I definitely agree with that though, for sure.
Okay.
It was mainly our Zen's communication though was very poor. She'd tend to, like I said, take a lot of damage at times, and instead of actually saying anything about it, she would say, "Oh, I'm dead," after the fight had been over.
Yeah.
Which was causing, because we would just press W to so much damage, and our Zen is dead. So.
Well, the Zen when the Sombra went on to her, or to whoever, I don't know who I don't know. That's besides the point. But when the Sombra actually went on to your Zen, rather than the Zen continuing to go with the team, so that they'd have some kind of protection, or it would be easier for the tanks to get to the Zen.
He just went way back.
She went into stairwell.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's what I mean about that. Is our Zen was kind of very quiet and played on her own most of the time.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, I definitely do agree on the support placement. Mercy though is the thing. Our Mercy was actually she was poke healing everyone once in a while, which obviously poke healing's not the best. But she was definitely not just focused on the Pharah, especially after this map, on map 2. Mainly for the fact that she knew our Pharah was basically carrying her to the ground, which was a very big problem for us, which caused our Mercy to be displaced a lot of the time.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I mean, because I did notice there were a lot of times that your Pharah was getting killed by people that she should be mostly countering.
Yeah, and we definitely made that clear.
Yeah, I agree.
And
no gain.
And I think that's just because she was too low, and sometimes she was even mostly say on the first round of this map, it was the time Twins jumped up onto the roof and she was slightly on the roof, and then he killed her. It's if she wasn't on that roof, or sliding all over the roof, then she'd be all right.
Yeah.
Something I've noticed as well, and we noticed during scrims, and I mean not scrims, during Rose League matches, is that we get nano really, really fast, but I guess we aren't running Anna here. Never mind, I can talk about it later when we're running Anna.
Biggie Cheese started playing Overwatch.
Yes. Apparently that's some rat from some kid.
From
show.
Back to the Barnyard, yes.
Yes, that's it.
I'm well aware.
I don't know what that translocator was.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Around and threw it the other way. Look at our ult economy.
We never camped reses too, which was our problem. Is the second we got a kill, we just ran away, especially knowing you guys had a Mercy, which was a very big problem. You're gonna notice in this next fight, this was just a clusterfuck of both teams not doing any target priority because your Sombra manages to get back 3 times, is what you'll notice into this. And then she solo EMP's Monkey, which was very interesting to me.
Yep. They call Monkey as well.
And the Monkey still managed to, like, kill, which is really weird.
That took a little bit too long. They were on, our Sombra was on 15 health for like 10 seconds.
Wait, hold up. Hold on 1 second.
You'll see the target priority problems here.
Let me check this out real quick. Watch the Pharah. Watch this. Who is Pharah on right here? Pharah's focusing on D.Va getting a health pack instead of when they have a when we have a Mercy right here. That's odd.
Yeah, that was definitely tunnel vision.
Yeah, interesting. That's something I felt like Persona did a lot as well.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what Persona did. He tunnel visioned literally people from like 5 minutes away, and it was very bad because he wasn't getting any damage output. Like, yeah, what is this? Like,
Okay, hang on.
I love the enthusiasm. By the way.
I cut that off. But after that, they were like somebody yelled like, "Don't ever fucking make fun of us." Like,
they said no. That was the round before that. That was the round before that. I wasn't even BMing. I was just confused because you had 2 gold players.
In the Diamond League.
Like, yeah, that wasn't even BM. I was just like, wait, these guys should be in Plat Division. Like, kind of like you were saying.
That's the thing though, because I'm so afraid that some team, like, if we actually do beat them, then like they're gonna get salty and then go and be like, they're not playing on their main accounts. Like, yes, they are. And then I'd love to see like when Andrew goes and he's like, all right, so look here, this is what they signed up with. These are all the SRs, and look at their actual accounts. That's actually where they are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That.
Well, they must have lied about that being their main account. It's like
a lot of the problem that's gonna happen as well is you're gonna run into a lot of people of just poor taste in this tournament. I can almost guarantee you that, in poor taste in game. Especially is what I've run into is because I'm actually playing in the Q.GG tournament currently with my academy team, the people who basically run what we're on right now, and they're currently hosting a tournament and we're in our GM league, and people tend to play in poor taste to where we have actually gotten, as the academy team, we've run into games where they allow their 2 sub slots, and their sub slots being Smurfs in Grandmaster. And you will definitely run into that in the Rose League. I can almost guarantee you that, because that's just how tournaments are being played nowadays, to where their sub slots are just going to be Smurfs. And especially, I don't know if you heard about the Open Division and how people have been paying pro players to join their Open Division team to boost them.
Oh, I bet. Oh, I guarantee it.
Yeah, no, that's annoying, because I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I've seen things like that happen. Like, there was one team that some guy on there like admitted to me that like they hired people to play.
Yeah.
And then they were like just talking in the chat to make it seem like, I don't know, because basically the team that played before them reported that they were
smurfing,
or they seemed like they were smurfing, and then so then there was an investigation. Like, they had one game where they had refs watching it because they wanted to see what was going on, and they had to have like refs in their comms and everything. That it was. I don't know.
I've
they
noticed
got away with it.
The Rose League is actually very gross, in my opinion. No disrespect towards the Rose League.
Huh.
They have no admins. They have no active admins whatsoever spectating these matches.
Oh, yeah. They only do it when it's casted.
They only have 2 games a day. Like, they
so they should definitely have time, though, to like be able to admin these games, because for the Q.GG, you're still gonna run into Smurf teams. But if you run into the Smurf teams, the Q.GG has 4 spectators of admins watching you, and they're watching 2 players of each team every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel a lot of tournaments should be played, and that should be just a normal rule if you were going to be.
I agree, honestly.
Stuff like that.
But
I mean,
we're
like,
getting off topic here.
I don't know what like financial situation is, like having to pay all those people.
No. The people who get paid to boost too.
No, I'm talking about the
refs.
I mean,
I don't know. I can only assume they're community admins. necessarily.
In Rose League, they're all community for sure. They're not getting paid for anything in Rose League. I can almost guarantee it. Alright, should we continue?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So this is what I was saying here. Let me read you the graph that I did when I was with Jay, real quick if you don't mind. So let me find
are you guys at 1654?
I'm at 1653. Yeah.
Yeah.
May find where he presses tab. Okay. So on this map, you probably should know that we're either going to be running Pharmacy or we're going to be running Goats. You guys have a Doomfist and a Widow and a Hammond. So Hammond maybe could be good against Goats, but Doomfist isn't really good against either of them. Widow can maybe be good against Pharmacy, and then you guys have a Monkey, which is going to be not so great against Pharmacy, depending on how he's playing. Depending on the positions he's playing on attacking on Rialto. So, that's kind of what I was saying before about how realizing thinking about what the other team can possibly run, and if they don't, then making the right switch to what can counter it, because it took them like 3 or 4 fights here, I believe, to finally switch. So,
I don't know, I think they might have switched the Widowmaker faster.
I'm not sure.
And you're also going to notice...
I think that whole idea was like, quickly hop out, see if you can grab a pick, then switch. I don't know what actually did.
Issue is they didn't switch. Yeah, they didn't switch.
I know that the Doomfist never swapped, but
he swapped to Brig later on, but it was a while later.
You guys are into the Mora comps, huh? I've noticed too.
Oh yeah, Mora.
Have you guys practiced Mora recently?
What are you talking about?
Because you guys tend to play more into comps like these.
I mean, we tend to practice with that a lot. I mean, I don't know. I don't usually get involved in necessarily what they choose to run every game. I mean, I'll coach them and tell them it was bad, but I won't tell them going into a game all right, you're gonna run this, because I want them to kind of learn to do that themselves.
Keep it paused right here for a second. Do you guys see the Doomfist being punched right now?
Yes.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Oh, you were gonna? Okay, continue.
No,
I think we
okay.
had the same idea.
Just that he shouldn't be doing it.
I was gonna say the positioning here, he shouldn't have been doing it unless he did it like this. His Doomfist punch, first he didn't charge it, so he's only getting to either the corner or he's going slightly over it, which is going to cause him to fall off. What actually he could have done here is, if he practices Doomfist, I genuinely think he could become a good Doomfist. He has the aggression, for sure. Which, if you guys like running Ball and Winston, will be huge. But here, I don't think he does what a normal Doomfist would have initially thought, of trying to punch in this general area. So, what I mean by this is the enemy Reinhardt is literally right here, and if you're punching right here, you're zoning him off from the door, which could have caused him to either get the punch to knock him off the high ground, or the punch obviously from the angle that Reinhardt's at with the new Doomfist statistics, it would have knocked him down this way, which would have caused him to, have been fed into the team, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure that's what he does here. Yeah, see, he kind of just chills.
He falls, yep.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna point out was, here, let me get to the word if we started punching. Here, so what you guys have is you guys have a Hammond and you guys have a Doomfist. You've already called out that, or someone called out 5 seconds ago that we were already running Goats. I feel like if your Doomfist had gone to the left and your Hammond had gone with him and just circled around, because in Goats, obviously the supports are going to be playing in the back. So maybe I was right here, Brig right here, Anna right here, maybe Anna back here, I don't know. But
I mean, that's two big flanks on the supports that the tanks are gonna have to back up. Once the tanks back up to help the supports, because I mean, obviously, if I see a Doomfist and a Hammond coming straight for me, I'm gonna call out for help, and the first people who are gonna come help are the tanks. So once the tanks come coming back, first of all, that's a free move on the payload throughout that choke, and second of all, then your tanks can push up and you basically meet around at the end. So I mean, a flank there, I feel like would have been perfect if you had if you had decided to do that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I don't think that we utilize the flank on this map enough. This is definitely our worst map.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I forget what the other map choice was, but we're much better at that one.
I don't remember. I think Dorado.
Was this Enigma's map pick or?
Yes, this was ours because we were good at route though.
Okay, yeah, I was just wondering. Okay.
Yeah, this is our best map. So
let's start off here. His target priority is just everywhere, man. It's actually okay. Your Hammond hits. Okay.
Yeah, actually, hey, hang on one second. Our Doomfist is very. He is bad at target priority unless he's the one calling it, and he doesn't always call it at the right time, and he doesn't make the right calls all the time. So. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying. Like, I have to still work with him on that.
Definitely.
Okay, yeah, I'm replying right here. You're gonna notice your Hammond slams that actually. Okay, this is huge. What he's doing right here is huge. He your Hammond basically took our front line and said "fuck you," and what actually would have been very big is instead of your Doomfist using his punch, as you'll see, he's gonna punch away from the team fight. Which what he actually could have done is he could have taken that punch to this corner and would have also allowed your Hammond and Winston to have played 10 times more aggressive, which would have been.
I think that would have been more possible, but I actually think that this was the Hammond's fault because I don't think he called he was diving.
Oh yes.
So I think like at the time, the Doom was trying to get out for what I forget why. I mean, whatever. That's besides the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he probably wasn't watching, and then since he didn't have any type of call out for, he just didn't realize.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll continue. Yeah, comms seem quiet right now. Yeah, but you'll see he does this 3 times actually, which is very interesting to me.
We'll see, like right here, that dive happened and no one followed up on it.
Yeah, so
he gets a punch and he notices that the Reinhardt was low, which was actually a good punch, but then he just backs off.
What it looks like is no one is calling if you're pushing or if you're holding back. I booped your Lucio off, and you got a pick onto, I can't tell what that, I think it says a Millie, which is our Anna. So we're both down supports, and you didn't call, or no one called if they're pushing in or if they're staying out. So I think half your team pushed in, and half of them stayed out to regroup. Meaning then your monkey charged in, he died, your Doomfist stayed back, no one went to help your monkey. I mean, then it was just a feed from there. So that's something I feel like our team needs to work on as well, is we were really bad at knowing when to back out of fights, but now we're a little bit better at that. What we have gotten worse at is calling it. So we'll know that fights are lost, but if one of our teammates doesn't know that the fight is lost and we don't call it, it's almost like we're thinking we can read each other's minds. Like, we aren't saying that the fight is lost, get the heck out of there.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and I think a lot for us. There's a lot of we have to communicate more about like when to start the fight. Also, I mean, because what we should have done here, like when you have the Hammond and the Winston jumping in, first of all, we should like this Doomfist just isn't gonna work, and the fact that he's not doing a bad job positioning himself in a way that isn't gonna get him killed, but what he should be realizing is that he can't position himself in an effective way without getting killed. So, like, basically what he should have been doing here was switching to the Brig. And I think if there was a Brig right now and then the Lucio wasn't dead, they could have had the whole team push after the dive tanks.
For sure.
Would have wiped you guys. Like,
for sure. I mean, you probably could have dived anyways. You just didn't call it. I mean, the monkey had the right idea. He just didn't say he's diving in because everyone else thought he was backing off. I mean, we were down our main support, and you were only down your Lucio that'll be back in 2 seconds. Especially since this was before the speed boost nerf. So, I mean, it's all about communication and when you're calling to push in and when you're calling to push out.
Definitely right now your Doomfist, he plays a very straightforward, like the enemy team should always know where he's coming from kind of play style. Because as he's already set up here, which is understandable when they were pushed up. But if you go back a little bit more, he had a good enough amount of time to have been able to position himself on the higher grounds here, which could have caused a better dive for the enemy, for you guys, especially for the next fight, especially since you're Hammond just bulling right there.
For sure. Even if he would have gone up top like that way, that would have been even better.
Like any high ground where he could have secured here would have been massive for your guys' next push.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think.
Okay.
Whoa.
Big boop.
Hammond gets booped.
That's crazy. I sent that to Percy earlier.
Alright, sadly.
I have my ult right now.
Yeah, stay the widows. Widow guns. Widow guns.
Widow goats.
Everything else switch. Okay?
That's new to me.
Alright, Ryan Hammond.
So here's where he got really confused. He didn't know what he was switching to at all. He stood there for like a few seconds. Oh, there we go, never mind. There was at one point where he was like, wait, what am I doing?
No, I think he couldn't find it. Like,
yeah, I don't think it was this time. I think it was a different time. Oh, I got caught out of position here. This was really stupid of me. I realized when I was watching it back is I should have been with the team, but I don't know why I went this way, to be completely honest. I think I kind of big-brained that, so... Small brain. They should have pushed way harder. I don't know why we're pushing. I mean, this was...
He targeted Brig and didn't say Brig, which is...
Yeah, I think he said on, but it was a little bit late.
Yeah.
Like he was, and then, you know, they started cutting him off, like, right before he said Brig.
Do you mind telling me who your shot caller and targets are on this team?
Let's see. It mainly, Dragon, Blue Moose, and, Shadow.
Okay.
Like, it depends on like, who's
voices.
actively in the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. I mean, everyone's gonna be target calling. I just mean your main target caller and your main shot caller, because like the targets being called are so scattered that it almost sounds like you don't have a target caller.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, at times it's better. Like pretty much, if we win a fight, is like it was good, and if we lose, it was bad. That's kind of like the only thing that makes our team somewhat viable in Diamond Division, is that when at times we can shot call well, at other times we can't.
Yeah, we have that as well.
We're trying to work on that consistency.
For sure. All right.
Good point.
There, you said 2 aggro. No, play more aggro. There's 3 people alone right there. Those are free kills.
Yeah, that's also the thing. The guy who said no aggro, there's been a few times in the past that he's kind of misjudged, like, the threat at one moment. And
we've done that a few times as well, actually.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, there's been times that we should have pushed in more.
Yeah. Now, this fight I remember was a mess.
I to that still? I had 900 HP. It does 1,000. It's fucking stupid.
That's tough.
Like, can't Cameron get like 1,600? No, 1,300.
Weird calls mid fight.
Yeah.
They just fed my ult, so I have gravity.
I can heal.
Alright, fall back, regroup.
See, that's finally a good call, saying full back.
Nice, Dragon.
Alright, it's alright.
You have ulti, yeah. Alright, regroup on me. We'll let
Zarya's high charge.
Go switch off.
There's our Zarya. Or there's our...
Our Zarya.
Ah.
It's working very well. Just healing is gonna
There's
be rough,
Toma.
okay?
Alright, are you guys ready to go?
Alright, let's go. We're going in.
Healers. Speed boosting.
He ate the fire strike a little late there.
That's a good grab. Good check.
He did that when I was flying.
I laughed.
You did that while I was flying?
Back up. Can't. That'll lose you on it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make sense if he shatters the ground.
Yeah, that was odd. Alright, please back out now.
Alright, shake it out.
Yep, there you go.
Yes.
Alright,
I will
I'll definitely be right
enter
back
now.
and continue the VOD.
Okay.
Should I back up? Like that's the one too. There's got to be like more kind of confidence in decision.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because
It's
that's the thing, like if you have to take a moment to say, should I back out? And then they say yes, that's the second that you just lost that you could have been getting out.
for sure.
I mean, like, if you notice that there's 2 people alive and the other team has 4, you should probably back out.
Yeah, and it's like you'd prefer to die when you could have back it out and getting more ult charge. That was a great shatter. It didn't look like anyone pushed up on the people that were shattered
that's the
though.
thing, 'cause, all right. That was a shot call that I would have agreed with if the shatter hadn't happened, because that Zarya was very low.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think it looked like she was high charge. I don't remember. I don't really
Oh,
care.
I don't know.
to
It doesn't
see.
matter.
But the thing is, he started like, the Nime right here. He started yelling like, "Hey, we should go and focus that." He's like, Zarya," and then also the Ryan just kind of forgot about the shatter and
Yeah.
turned around and started focusing the Zarya.
That's when you need to tell them, like, if you don't know how to shot call, shut up. Just don't call targets if you keep calling the wrong targets over and over.
Yeah, well, like I said, if there wasn't a shatter, I would have said that would be a
Yeah,
good call.
definitely.
Like just because the Zarya was low and
Out
there
of
was
position, yep,
danger.
for sure.
Yeah.
Winnable.
Just use snap point.
What? It's what? It's not winnable. It's what? Alright.
It's not winnable. It's one. I like it.
Get that break. Get the break. Go get the break, like, now. Yeah, we should have done that sooner, but whatever. We made it work. Alright.
Okay, I'm happy that they
Get the break,
noticed
come
that.
back, come back.
Yeah, me too.
Play point. We burned too much time there.
Yeah, no, we're really bad at this map though. I like.
Yeah,
we-
we're good at this.
They
We're bad
say
at
that-
voices.
Because Hammond has more flanking.
No, they say that
Second point going into
oh, it's
third,
only
second
first
base
point
long.
that's hard.
We need-
No,
Mhm.
no. I mean,
Don't tap,
like
don't tap.
pretty much our strategy for this map is, pretty much do what we can on attack and try to defend. And I mean, like, let's see. There was our game week 1. We almost defended less than first point.
Oh wow.
Because Blue Moose on Pharah was absolutely going off, but then like as soon as he died one time, we lost.
Yeah.
It was...
That's when you can tell that something's
well, no, it's
up.
because they were playing Orisa,
Oh
and I
yeah.
was like literally, bro, why are you playing Orisa? And like I'm like, if you play Orisa, you should switch as soon as you die.
Oh, for sure.
Like don't, especially in this meta. Oh my god.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely.
I got it.
Definitely. And this is I screwed up too. I jumped down. I said jump down, but my team wasn't ready. So I jumped down alone.
On and behind, on and behind.
We used rally, which was good. That was a fantastic boop.
Yeah, that was a good opportunity. I don't know.
Everything by your team.
I don't like a split we were here. And I think you guys did a really good job of forced splitness. But I think the thing is, well, all right, maybe not a really good job, but you definitely did a better job of splitting us up than we did informing our teammates that we were split up.
Yeah.
Because there was not a single call that was like, you guys are too far forward. We just got knocked back.
Yeah, for sure. So the thing is with that is our team wasn't really trying to split your team up at the moment. We kind of just knew that the fight was lost. I don't know why, honestly, they started using ults here at the end. Like, rally was good, but here he shouldn't have D.Va bombed. The fight was lost. I think the reason your team was so split up is because they weren't really calling the right targets. I mean, D.Va was right there, and there's two people up here in front. Looks like he's turning back to kill the D.Va now. But, I mean, if you're calling a target, like that's why I said like a main target caller that everyone knows the voice to would be perfect. Because once that voice calls Diva, you should turn and immediately go for Diva if you see Diva. I mean, like unless you're fighting someone that's on 1 HP that you just need to hit once. But I mean, over here, I don't even see our team around here where they are. I don't know what they're doing over here. I mean, maybe our Zarya was over there. I don't know, but yeah, I think that was just a matter of shot calling and target calling.
I'm dead. Oh no.
Oh, that's where I got my big boop. I got three boop kills there.
Yeah.
I think I booped these two off as well, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing also.
Okay, we have
on very boopable maps, we don't pay enough attention to the Lucio.
I could tell.
No, I think we would have won map 3 if we actually paid attention to the Lucio.
That map was kind of uncontrollable. When we get to that point, I'm actually going to break that down a little bit from my side. Hammond was going in way too much without the team. It was a good grab. Fantastic grab. That was a good boob. Man, my boobs were on point this round. Not to keep feeding my ego, but dang. I'm surprised that grab went off. I'm surprised we didn't eat that. That looked like the easiest to eat of all time. I don't know what happened there. I guess he saw that DM was down and used it. That was perfect. Good rally. Hard push with rally. Don't worry about Diva in the window.
There still wasn't shot calling here. Like,
I'll learn on my sound.
like, what's he even going at? He was trying to get our own Zarya.
I mean, they're completely quiet right here. They aren't saying anything.
Yeah, I know, that's the thing. I mean,
Here we go.
This is the first, like, after this map, this is the first time I could actually coach them, and I told them, like, you guys have to shot call.
Yep.
Like,
you could tell they weren't, yeah.
Yeah, like, it just, there was no focus at all. Yeah.
For sure.
I'm anti.
Oh, minus 1 HP, damn. Point, don't see 9.
Plenty of opportunity to shield.
I mean, it wouldn't have really done a whole lot, honestly. I don't think he's still coming.
Right back to the VOD review. My Ad Academy team is having a team meeting right now that was randomly unscheduled. So
okay.
I will be back.
That's fine.
Alright.
Alright, hey.
I like the positivity. We can still hold. We got this. That's what I did as well. That's what we always do.
Yeah. Yo, but are you putting this on Twitch or like?
Oh, on YouTube.
Okay, yeah. Send me that link when you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like at some point I'm gonna show my team this.
Yeah.
Or like, hopefully tomorrow. Like I'll just send them the link and be like, you guys have to watch this.
Yep. As long as they subscribe, I'm good. No, I'm joking.
Yo, good job with that montage though.
Oh, thank you. I like those. The issue is that there's so many Rose League matches that I don't wanna, like, I don't want that to float up my channel. Only those.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, let's see, we just got our YouTube going, and I'm still like only half done with it.
It looked pretty good. You were getting good views, like
yeah, well, that's from the team.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, like, we're not only Overwatch. Like we have NA Overwatch, EU Overwatch, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six.
I figured from the crew in your name, gaming crew.
Yeah. Well, also let's see, like we have like I'll just take some time to like give you our whole backstory sort of thing. So like basically, you know, I was at an uprising watch party, you know, and the company that said it, like, you know, there's this company around Boston called Asylum Gaming and Esports, and they're like a catering company for gaming. So, you know, they have like a bunch of consoles and stuff. You can like rent out a space and hold events and stuff. And basically they said that they were like, hey, we have a like Overwatch training thing, and like you can go and pretty much like it's like a pretend that you're an esports player, and like you get to have that whole experience of like practicing a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I went there, I met like all the founding members, and then we were like, we're not that bad. We should make a team.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did.
That's cool.
And, yeah.
That's
But
really
like
cool.
you know, it's grown a lot since then.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So you know. Anyway, yeah. Side story over.
Yeah, I like it.
Somber, yeah.
So, oops, I was gonna look at the comp real quick. So you're running Anna with Fire Mercy. I personally wouldn't suggest that. As
Okay, the only reason that we did that is that's what gave us so much success defending the last time. Like in that first game when we almost managed to defend first point, we ran that comp because, you know, it just was close.
yeah. That's kind of why we've been running Anna Goats, honestly. Like, Anna Goats isn't the best. I wish we were better at Zen Goats. But we've been doing so well with Anna Goats, we basically run it every time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lucio definitely would have been better than an Anna, just for future reference and for any team.
Yeah. And I don't agree with this Orisa. I said that. I think I said that at, like, at some point going into the match, like, no Orisa ever.
I think Orisa Hog isn't bad, but
well,
just knowing that we're gonna run goats is not good to play Orisa.
Yeah, I agree.
We're gonna steamroll Orisa.
Like, well, you also have to realize, like, it doesn't, like, if it comes right out the gate and, like, you know, it's goats and then destroy you, first thing you should do is switch.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna play out.
Play it right, you can control both the bridge and the left side push.
What if we get a Somber? The gem Somber or Doomfist? I think
Yeah, this is Somber.
Somber, yeah. Because she works very well with pharmacy. Somber goes well with pharmacy.
Alright, the only problem with this is it's gonna be me, Ethan, and Shadow just sitting by ourselves most of the time.
I still think it's kind of odd that they're still trying these kind of odd compositions against goats. I mean, I see like why you said it because they're anti-goats, but I mean, the best counter to goats is goats, so
yeah,
they should be playing goats.
Like, literally, as soon as alright, so let's see. There was one practice that they were talking, like, all the team members were talking about running goats, and then one of them was like, "We are not running goats ever." And then I was like, "You should run goats because it's a good counter to goats." And then they're like, "So
yeah,
I don't know. I'll work on it."
And like, no hate to him or the team or anything, but personally, if I had someone like that, I would tell them either get used to it or go. Because if goats is meta and we're gonna win by goats, we're playing goats. Because we're a serious team here, like.
You know, this guy, he is like, you know, he's a good friend. You know, he was one of like the founding members.
Yeah.
Captain for a while. I just think, like, I don't know. I definitely understand his problem with it, and you know, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know, and I think he's convinced of it a little bit too. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
guys, the health pack right here.
Yeah.
Where? Okay, that half back.
He should be hacking the one on the right, in my opinion. You know that right room?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree.
Yeah, right in there. Oh, he is.
Yes, he does.
Ah, perfect.
It's too late. Oh, never mind.
I'm going down the bridge.
Oh, I'm anti. Hold on.
We'll try getting hack on right.
They are on the bridge.
That's a good position.
Oh no, they fell back. Now they are.
Run by himself.
Great hack.
Tack.
I'm dropping.
See, that's the issue with Orisa right there.
Yeah, I know. I knew that could happen.
For sure.
Especially with that up.
Ooh, what a sleep.
You guys didn't follow up on it really. Oh, of course he doesn't have abilities.
Yeah.
They're running somber goats because they're fucking pussies.
Yeah. I heard that earlier. Oh, that's funny. VM much, dang.
Do you want me to stay on Roadhog or swap?
Swap.
Go Zarya. Ryan asleep.
Oh, get that wall up
Got a
fast.
wall.
Yeah, that should have been earlier though.
That actually helped us because it walled off your Ryan.
Yeah.
Like he pushed past it and couldn't get back.
Yo, try to die.
See why? Oh god.
Yeah. That's the better thing.
Sorry.
So no, it's fine. I mean,
But
that's
jeez.
how it is.
Like, if someone tries hacking,
I need to show you something. I'll show you after this, because we have, our team, we make memes off of everything we see that's funny during matches or scrims or whatever. So we have a few memes that I'll have to show you.
okay.
See, but look at that. He's very aggressive there. Well, so, and also he turned his back to the danger. Like,
Yeah, he did. You're right. That whole thing was kind of rough for them. I can tell they definitely weren't used to that map.
Oh yeah, I mean we've been playing it for a long time. Like that was our nightmare in like most of Open Division because they always have it in Open Division.
Yeah. We really, we weren't used to any maps. Like, our best map was Busan because I thought that was in Rose League, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
So.
see, it's kind of funny though because our like mostly exact counters of like what we're good at. No idea. So we're horrible at Busan and like Rialto, but you know we have other maps we're better at. I mean, like our last match of the last Open Division, like we were 5-5 go do it, and then we lost our last match 3-2 because the tiebreaker was Busan, and we just couldn't do anything.
Ah, that's rough.
And then they lost the first map because of a C9, and I was so sad. I felt so sad for them because they should have won that whole entire match. They could have had a positive record in Open Division.
Yeah.
That's like when you're a legit team and like mostly in gold, and then you have a positive record in Open Division.
Like, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so far we're 2-0 in Open Division. So.
Me in chat. I was really exhausted at that point. Like, I sort of forgot where I was. I was like, wait, who am I? What's my name? So
also, yeah, we wanted to, like, that entire game, you, like, in this VOD, like, a lot of the, like, the non-game comms, like, you know, they were out. But why were there 2 Iron Wolves in the lobby?
So James is our manager. He was watching. He uses my old account. I don't know why exactly. But he uses my old account just for fun, and he was on it. My old account was named Iron Wolf, obviously. So.
Okay, that makes sense.
So he was spectating.
Like, we were so confused because we're like, what? Which one's the real one?
Yeah. Yeah, so I was the player. I wasn't spectating.
Yeah, no, we were like, is it... Like, we thought it was some kind of Spartacus situation.
Alright, going. Honest thing, and back, we need to get her.
Hi, Iron Wolf.
Ooh, way too
See,
deep.
look at this, look. Yeah, see, that's the thing. He's too deep. And then also he used all of his abilities to get in there. So he had no form of disengage while he was anti, and he kept fighting, and then, death.
Way too deep. I don't know how our Ana died there. Your Sombra's playing really well here. Charging his ult.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably already close to ult, like 30-50% maybe.
He's really good. Like,
he should have been playing Sombra this whole time.
Yeah, I was thinking about inviting him to this thing, but like I don't think he's available. But like he's actually really good at like whenever we've done VOD views that like haven't been able to have our coach there for, like, you know, he helped me out with talking. Like,
yeah.
He's good at noticing what the team's problems are, and he has like more of a first perspective.
Yeah, that's Zappo on our team. He's the same way.
Yo, hang on. Like, my team's talking in the Discord, I don't know what about, but Fluffy just said to Shadow, I'm not having sex with you for the 5th time, shit wrong chat.
If you want, I can send them the link to this right now and they could watch right now, but they don't have to. Do you want the link?
Let me see, I'm gonna message that one guy, I'm gonna see.
I don't think anyone's even watching at this point anyways. Usually people watch it afterwards. But here's the link. But yeah, let me know when you're ready and I'll play it.
I'm gonna, like, hang on, can I add him to this chat? Like...
Yeah, sure, why not? That's fine. I like that your keyboard's loud. Mine used to be really loud too. Wait, it still kind of is, but...
I have to use a mic, like an external mic, on my Discord.
Mm.
And just because for some reason Discord just decided that my headset mic, like, just randomly decided it wasn't gonna work.
That's weird. My keyboard now sounds like this. Oops, uh-oh. But it used to... I had to stop using my $100 keyboard because it was like this before. Like, that's all you heard.
We're reviewing we're like, I don't know. This is Iron Wolf from Enigma.
How's it
We're
going?
reviewing the VOD. I don't know. I want you to be here. All right.
Oh.
Or like, yeah. I don't know why. You should come here. Watch.
Okay.
Yeah. Click the link in the chat. We just got to King's Row and invented Sombra. Oh, and then Will just said in the chat that Nime is blind. So, you know.
I mean, looking at how far he went there as Doomfist, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh shit, I have to log in with my Discord.
What are they talking about? Why are they talking about any of it? Like,
I believe that's one of the topics.
but when did that come
Sounds
up?
like your team's having fun. Should we go and play?
Are you ready?
Wait, I'm not here.
Oh, do you need the link?
I
Yes,
have
to
the
make an
link,
account.
but I had to make the account. Okay, I am now here, syncing the video.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
There.
Okay.
Are you at 111? Or yeah, no, never mind. 31.
Yep, 31:07. Yeah.
I'm gonna bring out
That was a good sleep on your Alicia.
We're just not able to get enough pressure.
Yeah.
Who is this again? Aftershock? Is he in this?
I'm
Yeah.
Blue Moose in this.
You're who?
Alright.
Blue Moose.
Ah.
Guys, when Hammond drops ulti, we need to really commit to this fight. Hard commit.
Alright, are you ready?
Ready?
Okay.
I would have used the.
Decent dive. He used all of his abilities.
Yeah.
Get the Ryan, get the Ryan.
His sensitivity seems really high. Our Zarya is kind of out of position. Yeah, he got punished for it.
Ryan's one.
Took him a little bit longer to take him out than.
That's a fantastic shatter. They see at this point, like, call some targets.
She's out.
There we go.
Aftershock, what do you have to say about the target? I know you
On a
have a
lone
lot.
back, no abilities.
Got it. There's a
That's
diva, there's a
good.
diva. Hey, 3 on point, 3 on point! 3 I'm coming.
Jeez.
Alright, we're good.
Yeah, 3 on point, 3 hold
You guys are really aggressive with each other.
Yeah, I mean, like, it gets the message across.
Break dead.
Ooh. Where was your Rhine during that?
You can pause it to say whatever you want.
Yeah.
You have it.
Ryan is dead.
We're using this at some point.
Jeez.
To, like,
I'm on Ana. I got Ana.
Alright, you gotta get out. You gotta get out.
Oh,
Run.
Just die. Wait, can make it out.
Your Rhine seemed kind of out of position there.
So.
Oh yeah.
This is something that I, when we were reviewing this VOD, that I about. So, I feel like Nime actually escaped, but the thing is, basically, Andrew called out, or not, you don't know his name. So Fluffy called out that he should just die, and then that made him hesitate for like 2 seconds, and then he didn't
It
get
was
out.
funny. Did you see it in my highlights? I walked in front of him when he was getting out.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard at that. I felt like an idiot. Watch this.
See, look, I hesitated for there, and then.
I walked right in front of him. Big brain plays. Tactical feed. Your Ryan's pushing way too much, I feel like, for you not having your Doomfist there yet.
He is a little bit aggressive. But yeah, he's like...
There we go, good speed boost. Good hack. Ooh. I bet he's saying, how did that kill me? I don't have my thumbs
Yeah,
up.
I mean, it was...
It was in between the tree and the thing. He took a step out at the last second and it caught a line between his head and the tree in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Bad strafe.
Come on, give it to us, give it to us.
I think we both
That
got
was very sexual.
we both got the objective on OT.
Not at all.
So why Junkrat here? Do you know? Who was calling Junkrat?
Shadow.
Cause that
Mind a
is
little bit and I'll be-
not the pick. Sorry, but
Aftershock, you're going May, right?
like May is decent, but only if you're gonna do May goats. You shouldn't be doing May and Sombra against goats, because that is honestly not enough damage. The hack is great and the wall is great, but you're not gonna have enough pressure or enough heals depending on who you're replacing. Great wall. See how it works, but the Junkrat's not doing any damage. I mean, see, just look at the lack of damage that's there.
Back up, get out.
I'm not gonna be able to.
Great walls, though. That guy's a great May. I think, did he play May the whole time? The whole match?
That was me.
Yeah,
Hi.
you're a fantastic May. You played May on Hanamura?
Don't feed.
Or, not Hanamura, defending on here? Yeah, you're a fantastic May. I think I told Adrift actually after the match, I DM'd him, like, let me see.
Everyone or Dragon?
But yes, he's after shot. We always have one team.
You're antied, you're antied.
That was a good safety wall. I like that.
Sorry, I'm not looking at him.
Lucio.
Break.
I don't know how we managed to push this though. Like that was alright. That was a good shot call.
Yes, Lucio.
Ooh, you're Ryan, like,
I'm dead.
he plays the weirdest Ryan that I think I've seen in my entire life. It's not always bad, but he plays either way too aggressive or way too defensive at the weirdest times.
Yeah, he climbed really like high when the meta wasn't goats, and then when it became goats, he's been in certain situations he's been struggling, but in other situations, like I've had games where he's died because he's been stupidly aggressive. Like he's mostly like his peak is in Masters, and right now he's in High Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen him make like aggression mistakes that are bad. Like really bad.
Shadow's on Ryan right now. Not.
Oh, okay. You're right. He is gold then.
That makes a little more sense.
But you know, I think he has a better like overall game mentality other than aggression sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, he comes from like a League of Legends background, so he knows more about like just in like not in the original like how to play specific characters, but he just understands like
what am I doing here?
Basic functionality and between characters and roles.
Yeah. So Hammond is kind of stuck in that corner. He should probably have gotten out of their way sooner. There was a good May ult. Switching to Tracer? I guess just for the overtime. For the stall.
I think so, yeah.
I can't really see a whole lot here, so. Looks like you did good, other than you can't kill me because I'm a boss. There we go. Alright, please don't switch back to Junkrat. I'm begging you. Aww.
I think Junkrat can be effective if you play the right way. Point B, because
I mean it's not terrible if you play it right, but it's not enough damage. I mean, look at this. If you were playing goats and you had played it decent, you would have steamrolled us by now. But you have Junkrat hitting maybe 1 or 2 shots every 3 seconds.
I also think he should be on high ground, and also he was too separated.
Mm-hmm. Zarya's pushed up a lot. We had to push back a little bit. He should probably... Oh no, because he has his ult. You're one down. You should be backing out. You have none. You don't have your DPS there? Yep, alright. If you had backed out 2 seconds sooner, you would have been completely fine for another push. But now I don't know if you're going to be able to re-push.
No, they didn't.
We didn't.
Oh, and that's the thing. They didn't die for, like, they spent too much time, like, doing that sort of fight backup type thing, where, like, you know, they'll back up backwards and then keep trying to do some damage. You know, it's not a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it was rough.
I just realized that this, like, little graphic thing I used for the scoreboard, like, watch the text and just notice how the shiny part, like, slowly moves over time.
Yeah, I like that. I just don't like that it's blocking the kill feed. Like, I can't see the kill feed.
Yeah, that was my bad. When I was making it, because, like, I just kind of put this together fast and, like, you know, at like, the video studio place. But anyway, it was, like, I don't know. It was just a very
like a quick thing.
I looked at it on control, and I was like, okay, that doesn't block the scoreboard. That's fine. And then I didn't realize that I forgot about the fact that on escort it's like twice as long.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't really focus on anything anyone is saying at this point because I'm listening to the game and you guys talk. So like.
Oh, I have the game muted. I have it on and off muted.
Oh, I should probably do the same.
I have it very, very quiet. Like, to the point where it looks like it's at...
Yeah, that's what I had it before. So you're running Maygoats with a Moira. You guys really like your Moira.
They were... Alright, I gotta say, I think our team is very good at target calling when we're defensive.
When we do it.
No, when we're playing... Well, yeah, you're right. But, like, whenever we're playing defensively, we're a lot better at target calling. It's like, you'll notice that here, but, like, we almost full held. The only reason that we didn't full hold is because our Ryan tunnel visioned on your Ana.
We went top left because we knew your Mei was really good. It looks like we're a little split here. Diva tried to dive and then went back, and our Ryan charged. She's going to get punished for that and die. I already know.
Shaw, can you explain why you were there? Because I remember you actually had a good explanation.
So when you stand up in that window, you have, from the main choke, they have 0 visibility of you, so there's no chance of them seeing you unless they know you're already on Mei. And then secondly, so you can block them off when they're coming through main, and if they come up through top, you can delay them. And by putting that wall up, so they either have to be forced to go main if they don't want to go through the wall, or they have to go through the wall, which then we have more time to prepare.
Yeah, definitely. You also up top, assuming they don't look to the right and see you, you also have vision all the way through to the car, I believe, like past the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I should try that sometime. I like that. All right, should we play?
Oh yeah, I'll play.
Yeah, punished Ryan for that. We should be backing up. Good wall. You should have pushed up way more there. Yeah. You had 3 up. I mean, if you had gotten that's so much ult charge off of 3 tanks, or 2 tanks in the kills. Baited your wall. Ooh, look at how split we got there. That was bad miscommunication by us. It almost looks like it worked, but it really didn't. Great shatter. Oh, did he not shatter? Sorry to tell.
Ryan still should be dead right now. I mean, if they put that much No, should have just been focused the F, but
Good kill. Looks like we should, oh yeah. So now we should be getting out. Yep, looks like we got out. We should not have grabbed there. Ooh, that was rough. I think we even told him that after the fight. Looks like you guys are still running the same thing, which is good.
You had so many clutch freezes this game, Abhishek. Like, bro, like you're like literally. Like, there was one fight that I'm like, all right, I need to fight, and he's gonna go in and freeze, and they're gonna win this fight. And then that's exactly what happened. And I was like, yes, I knew it.
Yeah, you're a great May.
Thank you.
He's a good at everything. We'll just put it.
Well, don't boost his ego too much. That was a joke. Good
See, okay,
push.
that was just poor, but he just flailed the shield 4 times.
It's a perfect push. See, this they should have done every fight. See that?
Yeah, they should have done that first fight too.
I mean, look how many ults you have here. You should you should use Coalescence this fight. I hope you did.
I think they do. I want to see how many ults I can get you on our side, because I hope it wasn't all of them.
We definitely didn't have all of them.
Oh, that's tough. We didn't get that.
Second from blocking the shatter.
Yeah.
So why did you Maywall there? You stopped your team from... It could have just been a mistake, but you stopped your team from hitting the people in the grav with that Maywall.
I was trying to wall close. I was trying to wall directly behind the grav.
Ah, so when they're out of it, they
So that
can't
when
come back.
when the grav wears off, they're still there.
That is a risky play. I like it though.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Here is where we basically, I think our Ryan made a big mistake, and it was just television. Now, all right. So I told them going into the game that a big priority. So.
Then what's a big priority? Sorry, you could have.
Yes, but the thing is, he went up front and like, hang on, let me just use this to draw. Like, he was fighting on here, and then everybody else was here, and so basically you guys had a support back here, all right, but then and our main tank was over here. But, you know, our whole other team is in this right here.
That isn't too bad though, because he's getting speed boost.
Your Ryan, all your tanks are right there. We don't have a shield versus your shield. It's harder to be effective. I think that the Ana in this one case, like for all the fights going into it, or like beforehand, the Ana wasn't that much of a problem. We had been getting like your Ana was still getting big, but you guys weren't really following up on them.
Yeah.
So I don't think she was as much of a target as, like, I think that's something that they should have realized, that in this case the Ana wasn't a big deal, and then that's why. I mean, really, you'll see this. You just watch our Ryan and see like how Television T ends up getting.
Not sure.
We got first
what
pick.
he was doing there.
All right, see, he goes in.
So run charges, yeah.
All right, no.
Our run charges.
Not there. All right, now what? Hang on. Let me see if I can get a good pause here. Look, our Ryan is here.
Oh wow, yeah. I didn't even see him. Dang.
And then
Ends
now,
up pushing
like
all the
you're
way
into
that choke.
So was he? So he must have been going like around. He must have gone around that way, right?
Either way, I don't know. He might have stopped and turned, but basically your Ana was here.
Oh, was?
And meanwhile, we're getting grabbed and killed over here.
Yeah, because you don't have a shield in the grab.
And he ends up over here in this choke, trying to chase the Ana, who just leaves.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
Yeah, that was rough. You easily could have won if that didn't happen.
Yeah,
It's good that you pointed that out.
That would have been a map for us.
Yeah.
We just got to work on the tunnel vision. And like that's what I was talking about before with him. Like sometimes he makes very very crucial mistakes with his aggression.
Mhm.
Other times it's like it's perfect.
It really is. It's just on and off aggression and defensive. Like, he's way too defensive at a lot of times, and he's way too aggressive at a lot of times. Like, he needs to find a good balance for that.
Yeah.
See, he's way over here fighting his Anna. His whole team is dead now.
I mean, he come back. It was a little bit late. Like he still
Ooh.
fighting action. And
You
then
shouldn't have grabbed.
he didn't even-
That was a waste of a grav.
Yeah, I agree. But then also you have him. He's over here, and he's below, and the supports aren't helping enough. So he's not even, using his hammer in that grab.
Something I do also want to point out is it was obvious that we would have had grabbed that fight, but no one was ult tracking. So I mean, if you had, do you have a diva on this round? I don't think you do actually. But I mean,
I don't think so.
But I mean, you should have known that. Like, they should have known that we had grav and we had shatter and we had all these ults because we hadn't used them. That's why ult tracking is so I'm trying to think of the word needed. I guess needed is necessary. Yes, that's why ult tracking is so necessary, because if you don't know what ults they're going to have, then they're going to use them freely.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that lack of tracking was a problem because
Everything here was ult tracking this show. Like, I didn't hear any ult tracking this whole match.
But I think that's part of the reason that our Ryan was far up, because I think, well, first of all, played that like the whole team played that differently than we had been playing it for the entire defense. And I think that's something that he didn't realize because of the tunnel vision. And I understand getting tunnel vision. I do. Everybody does it at some point. But that was.
It was
just
crucial.
Like, I don't know. I think that was. I don't know. I think that was bad.
To put it short, our ult tracking, we have never done it before, and we haven't done it in the game. Besides, like, oh, by the way, this is probably a thing that could happen.
Yeah, and you really need to start doing it.
Yeah, I want to get to the point where at least everyone can track their counterpart.
Yep.
Yeah, and then another thing alongside that is, first we have to get a very good basis. Because currently our biggest struggle, and I think I've said this over 2,000 times, is shot calling and getting consistent.
Yeah.
Because when we do it, we win fights. When we don't, we lose fights.
For sure.
For some reason, it's not going into the heads of the players that need to be doing it, like our main tank and off support.
For sure.
We need to get consistent with that first, and once we do that, that's when we can start working on other stuff. I think the two main basics are ult tracking and shot calling.
Yep.
I agree.
I agree for sure. Our team's issue that we have been needing to address, I've said it tons and tons of times, is that I call targets, and I call the right targets, but they don't die. Like, no one's focusing them. And a lot of times that's just because our Ryan is getting pushed too much, he's discorded, his shield is low, and we aren't really bubbling him at the right times. I mean, that's a whole separate story, but a lot of times, like, I keep calling the targets, and I get frustrated because the targets aren't dying. I call Ryan, and he's there, I look around me, where's everyone? Everyone's on someone completely separate. We've gotten better at that. We definitely used it very well, I felt like, in this match, because, like, when we called your Ryan died. Oh, man. So yeah.
That was our biggest thing. Is that we needed to work on protecting our Reinhardt because he's dying too.
Ours too. That's a really difficult thing to figure out. A lot of that is just bubble management. Zarya's bubble management. Not sure what Rakuta's doing here. Rakuta's not much of a Sombra player. We were down one of our DPS players here, so like he couldn't make the match. He was sick. You all really want Zappa dead there. That's good.
I think it was a decent stat.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was just saying. It's good that you're playing this corner. This corner's the right place to play. Especially since you're 2 down right now and they're still coming back. Yeah, keep playing the corner. There you go. Ooh, it's not right behind. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize how big brain we played that. Something you'll notice as well is I beated every time you guys beated. Like, once you beat it, I am always immediately counter-beated, and it screwed you guys up.
Also, I think as a team, whenever a Brig uses her ult, we should still be with the Brig, because if we're not with the Brig, then the effects of her ult aren't actually getting onto us.
Definitely.
And then she's alone getting killed. So.
And you want to with Rally, automatically the other team is going to want to back out because Rally is a big ultimate. So you guys are going to want to play as aggressive as humanly possible when Rally comes out. Like, let's watch here. Let me see how aggressive you play with Rally.
Oh no,
so
they're not backing up. They backed up with it.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Note to Asylum people watching this: never back up when there's a what's it called? When there's a rally at your team.
Like, just type a just don't forehead. There, learn it. Get it in your brain. Okay. See what I'm saying about how your Ryan plays defensive at the worst points? Like, right there, it was so obvious that he was gonna shatter, and Ryan was way behind you guys. Ryan should never, ever be behind any supports, unless your Lucio's feeding. If your Lucio's feeding, then it's fine for him to be behind him. But if not, then Ryan should always be in front of the supports.
I like that call. Okay. I don't know what Nime, like, I feel like he's just kind of just flailing the flail, like.
I mean, that's kind of what you do as
like,
Berg.
Well, no, but I mean, like, throwing it anywhere. Like, he'll make a call here, and like he just looking like where the enemy team wasn't, and just like hang on, and just move back slightly. Like, just kind of watch, like, where he's focusing. Hang on. Watch this one when they push in.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, he's kind of too far from that. I mean, it would be different if you were playing super aggressive, but,
But when you make it,
he could have hit his card. He could have. Yeah, I'm just not listening to comms. I keep forgetting to turn it back on.
Literally everyone's standing around the corner.
Just Ryan, please. Yeah, thank you. Never have your whole team behind the run.
They went this way.
Oh.
That was a good.
Big shatter right now. Drop down shatter, please. Oh, he did that way too late. It worked, but he did that way too late.
Ryan, no. Sorry, no bubbles at
Good.
all. Get that break.
Oh my god. I honestly though, I gotta say, I feel like we won more fights than you did, especially on this defense.
Yeah, well, we had more time. I felt like as well. We capped second point so easily. Like, I don't think you stopped the payload once, maybe once, but.
No. I mean, we held early on in that point a lot, but then once you guys got momentum at it.
We also backed up more than you guys did. You guys a lot of times just died and staggered yourselves. But we backed up quite often. Like when we saw you using rally and stuff, we backed up.
I don't know why he rallied here.
Yeah, that was, I mean, that could have been worse, but it could have been better as well.
I think that rally could have been very well, given they're all.
Well, since it lasts, they antied after that. But since it lasts 30 seconds and there were only 10 seconds left on the point, like. I'm actually not sure why we ran the Reaper, but I think it kind of worked.
Oh, it did. Reaper fucking shat on me.
Said that as he died. Oh my gosh. It's a great wall, but your Ryan is playing behind your supports still.
Yeah, focus on that dragon.
I can't heal you, man.
Back up, they're in overtime.
Yep, they should have backed out way before that.
I died.
Get out.
I love the comms sometimes. I died.
Yo,
So, can you, I want to see tab for a second. Okay, so you're about to have Rally, you're about to have Mail, you're about to have Shatter, you're about to have Beat. You used Coalescence? Okay.
I died.
Get out. Everyone, no, like all the way out. We can't tell here. Like the game.
Oh, that's fun.
When and why did they use Coalescence?
They used it during that fight.
But it's at 0% right now, meaning he had to have, like, just used it.
Yeah, right after he used it at the very end of that fight, trying to spin around.
Now here I'm gonna break down where I am. Because we're gonna talk about this PogChamp right here. I'm right here. I see you guys are grabbed. I know, and right now you guys are winning this fight. Our Ryan is dead. Someone of yours is dead, but he'll be back in no time.
Oh, I hate you so much.
And then, boop! My map now.
See, what were you thinking the reaction?
Huh?
What were you thinking our reaction was to that?
No, I got booped!
Yeah.
We lost!
No.
Maybe a few desk sounds.
It was very much of a fuck you. I just got booped. It was more of a lot of cursing.
I was hoping for maybe a desk slam or two, but...
Oh, yeah, no, that...
I know after the match I put it in my montage. I'm trying to remember where. Where one of you said, here, right here.
Are you kidding me?
That, I put that in.
Me?
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
Like, that boop was so bad for us. Like, I was like, yes, alright, they're gonna win this fight. Like, alright, going, like, on paper, you should have, or Asylum should have won this.
For sure.
Especially right there. Like, that, like, you clutched so hard.
Like, not to boost my own ego, but that won us the map, because we were losing that for sure. I mean, you guys had 4 ults, you had killed our Reinhardt, it was over for us unless I got that boop. Not that it was super skilled, I mean, you guys were all in a grab, but...
But if the grab was farther back, like, even if it was, or like, if the payload was just a little bit farther forward, that boop would have not happened.
For
like,
sure.
I feel like it's literally just because of where the payload happened to be at that moment that we lost.
Yep.
Like, there was, I feel like all the factors were not in either team's control.
I actually should show you my team's comms in that, because they all thought it was great. But what happened was I didn't say that I was going to go for that play. Like, I wasn't thinking about to call, I'm going to try and boop them when you grab, because I mean, I was completely focused. I wasn't thinking about the future, which happens a lot with me, actually, during games. I don't think about what's going to happen. I usually think about what's going on right now. And I just saw that it was at the right position. I probably could have called for him to put it to the right a little bit more so I could have gotten 4. I booped 4 of them, but only 2 fell off the map. If the grab was a little closer, or I was a little closer, then it would have been 4 for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was still decent.
Yo, by the way, I gotta say, so this map we had to take out Eden and put in Celery, and the problem here was that we didn't have another support sub other than myself, but like they don't want me to play because I'm technically not on the roster. But basically, because Eden is normally a he's normally a DPS. We found out he's actually really good at support, so we had him playing that, and then between maps 2 and 3, he threw up, and he wasn't
really
too good. Yeah, and then he was like, "I'll play map 3, but if I don't feel good after that, I'm leaving." And then he played it, and then he's like, "I don't feel good," then he left. And then we didn't have enough support, so basically right now we're playing an off tank playing DPS, a DPS, a main tank, a DPS, a main tank, and a support.
If that happens, just for future reference, if that happens to you guys again, let us know, or let them know, or whatever. Like, if they need to put you in because he is in a serious situation, like we would have said completely you should be playing.
Well, like I am on the roster. Like
you definitely should have been playing instead of him for that.
but like the reason that I don't play is because officially, like for open division and like everything else, like you know, say if we were like a franchise, like we don't say that I'm on the roster, and like it's not, I don't know, it's not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's that sort of situation, like I feel like that's a little different of a situation.
Yeah.
You might go straight to Junkrat. What does Celery usually play? DPS?
He's normally projectile DPS. If I'm not on it.
So you're going Reinhardt and Hammond.
Celery's a high gold. I think he's pretty good. The only thing he struggles with is his like holding his ult too much.
So now Enigma, what is that?
Nijem. Just say Nijem.
Nijem?
Or you could say Nijem. Or
whatever. Now he's on Moira. So he is a
off tank.
He's an off tank, off healer, main healer, DPS.
No. Like I said, he's normally an off tank. The only reason that, well, yeah, I mean, pretty much if we had one of our supports or like available, we probably would have.
Yeah.
The
most common flexes for us tends to be me and Nime.
Okay.
We tend to flex onto whatever is needed.
I see.
Except you hate playing support. I would have rather had you playing support, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I think could have done right here, because there are so many times that Nime died.
Well, I think the main thing that I don't like about support is the fact that I feel like I'm really bad at it.
Well, you're not, but I mean, like there were times that Nime died, and I feel like he's not used to playing Moira because. You know, there's characters he's really good at, but like, you know, like he doesn't play Zarya this whole game, but he's really good at Zarya. Like, you know, but that's besides the point. He's like there were times that you like died to a self-destruct when he just
yes, dude, I watched that. That made me actually laugh.
He said,
I feel bad for him, but he got so mad every time he missed his shift and died to a self-destruct.
I'm like, I always.
It happened like 4 times.
No, I mean, but like, I play Moira a lot, and I always make sure that I shift like a safe amount of time before the self-attack. Like, not ridiculously before, but like.
Yeah, it's just like a second or so.
Before the thing is fully like white before it explodes, I'll shift because I'm like, I just want to make sure I don't die.
Yeah. So right here, it looks like your Ryan is in a little deep. He should be, yeah, there we go, shield himself.
Also, though, your Ryan turned around and let us just shoot, like,
yeah.
Like, let me just go back a little bit.
So that was like, kind of a weird May.
Like, he turned
around, man, yeah. I think it's because he got booped and he was trying to get out. It looks like.
Yeah, but especially, like, if you're in the air, that should keep...
Did your May wall your team off? He did.
No, that was your May.
Oh, was it? Oh, my bad. Our May walled our team off then. Yeah, you rolled us here. I stalled as long as I could. I think I actually stalled for a good amount of time here. Like, Moira was the only one hitting me because you have aimbot.
Not really. I mean, you still have to track a little bit.
Tiny bit. It's like the least tracking as possible.
As long as the crosshair is somewhere in the screen.
I don't think the crosshair really matters. It's like you have to be like an inch and a half from the crosshair.
As long as you can see that character on
your screen, yeah. Okay, so he uses his mines on the Rhine. He gets.
I would have coalescence right here.
Yeah.
So
here's another thing. Late. Definitely, and here's another thing. He keeps using Coalescence for healing. He keeps trying to heal his team with Coalescence. And Coalescence is not a healing ultimate. I mean, if you can get...
It can.
Well, it can, but it's way better for damage. If you're trying to heal your team, if you're trying to heal your team as Moira, use your healing. Don't use your ultimate on him.
Well, see, it's not a healing ult. but I say it's not a purely damage either. It's
Oh,
more
for sure, yeah.
More of a, there's a lot of people on both teams
Mhm.
clumped in this one zone.
Yeah.
If I drop this in, it's gonna heal and damage.
Because, like,
It's
right
almost
here,
as if
it's on both.
It's almost as if that's what the beam was designed for.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, if you're, because he did it a few times. If you're using this purely for healing, then I mean, you use more healing with your left click.
Yeah.
Like more healing comes out with your left
does
click.
do more healing than
Yeah, then his
The
ultimate.
only time that I will use a coalescence for healing is if our team gets grabbed, and then but I'm out of the grab,
Yeah.
and I'm in the right position that I'm still gonna get the team that's attacking.
Yeah, that's true. And if your team's in a grab and you can't find that position, usually you just spam your left click.
I'm actually pretty good at Moira. Like
I've used to play Moira. I don't really play her much anymore.
Moira is
Let's
like
play though.
probably like my best hero right now. It was Ana, but I've kind of regressed.
Yeah, I'm not great at Ana. I wish I was, but like
I was like my coach like 2
my
months
aim isn't good.
said, yeah, no, but like my coach 2 months ago said he thought that I'm Masters Ana, and now I'm like mid-plat Ana. Like, it's not good. I need to. I don't know what that ball was like. What he was going for.
So still right here, like I said, you guys aren't really ult tracking.
We don't ult track at all.
Yeah, which is a
We don't
big
need
issue.
Ryan.
Our Ryan should be backing up. I don't know what he's doing. There we go. So I feel like both your Hammond and your Ryan are on and off. So Hammond sometimes is in the perfect like flanking or just setting up positions. He's in the perfect positions playing aggressive when he needs to be, or sometimes he's playing way too defensive when he needs to be, or defensive in a good way, or aggressive in a bad way. So it's so on and off. It's so inconsistent that like I feel like just a teeny bit of extra coaching from your coach could completely fix it, and they would be perfect on the heroes. Same for your run.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that just like I think that they need to tune up. Like
Moira's focusing way too much on damage. Your Ryan is very low.
Yeah, see that's the thing too. You have to realize playing him. Although I will say there's a chance that he died because of input lag there.
Nah.
The reason why is because he switched to heals right as he did it, and that created the difference between the animation.
No, but I deal with input lag too.
Maybe.
That looks like what, like if you get an input lag on your face, that's what it looks like. Your arms go down, and then there's no like fog effects, and they go back up. So there's a chance. Like, watch that again.
Thing is, it happened like 4 times.
Wait, watch.
It looked like his arm went up for healing. It didn't go down.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Either way,
I mean,
it's
either
whatever.
way, it still was a little bit late because
it won us the fight either way. I mean, even if it was just 2, like your Moira was more focused on damage than healing, anyways. So your Ryan was gonna die no matter what.
Yeah. Once again, this guy never plays.
Yeah. It's still sort of like, no, I'm not gonna say it.
It's still something good to pull out of your back pocket if you need it.
Yeah. And I mean, everyone on your team should be able to play at least 1 DPS, 1 support, and 1 tank generally well. Like, not the best ever, but be generally okay at one of them.
Yeah, rather than having a massive pool, have a diversified pool.
I feel like that's something that's really good with our team, is I can play DPS, I can play tank. I mean, half of our members can play everything at least at a high platinum level.
I can play a good Reaper and a good Winston. That's about where my talents end. Because I don't know. I'm good. I have good sense with Winston, and then
Lessons, please, for the love of God. Sorry, but sorry to interrupt you.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay, he solo grabbed me.
I don't know why you did that. That's odd. It worked, so. See, watch this. Look, he's using it just for healing. Now he's doing damage, but he was only healing that Ryan there for a good, like, 4 seconds.
I mean, I'll say.
And now
I
he's
don't know-
DPSing up.
I don't know what he would have to, or like what he was intending on using it for, like when he actually pressed Q. But you know, there's times where you'll use your ult, and then like as you use coalescence, and then you'll be like, oh, my team needs healing. Like, can you
Yeah,
heal
yeah,
with
definitely.
that?
And I'm not saying only damage with it. I'm just saying
No,
at
I know,
least
but,
do
like,
more damage than heals.
Like there's times where there's times where you'll make a decision on to use it, like because you can't
Yeah,
do
you
as
need
much
to.
healing coalescence unless it's like a perfect opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So they just made a bad decision, but
He goes out and then goes back in and dies.
It goes Anna now, which is good.
it was fast.
Good pick to Anna.
I think we're trying to mirror it.
I don't. Why are you guys running Genji? There we go. I mean, still. I mean, playing 2 DPS against goats isn't gonna work. Basically, no matter what the DPS is, honestly. I mean, once in a while, like 3 DPS can work against goats, if they're bad goats. But you could tell we were good goats, and you still played a Genji, and then McCree.
Our weakest composition out of everything whatsoever is goats. That is our worst composition by far.
Which is rough since it's goats meta.
Like I said, I think our teams are polar opposites. Like I think every you kind of start like in the middle with King's Row. We're equal good on King's Row, but then like branching out from that, we're good at the exact opposite maps. We're good at the exact opposite comps. And it just happens to be that your comp is better than our comp right now.
You know what would be fun is we should do a scrim at some point that's 2-2-2, force 2-2-2.
Yes.
That would be fun at some point.
Oh, please.
Yeah, we can.
Not Friday, yeah, but
we
a
should
different
do
time.
it like sometime after Rose League.
Oh yeah, I like that. Let's do that after Rose League, unless meta's changed by then.
The ultimate Pog Champ tournament that we do.
Anyways, let's keep going.
By the way, after Open Visions, I'm doing another pug.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Sleep that Zarya. Ooh. I like how rooting for your team now.
You shouldn't have jumped off in the first place.
Well, first of all, that was a very bad nade. Because, and this is something I noticed myself doing, so I'm very conscious of it. Just saying like, oh, there is a person that could target, I'm going to throw my nade at them, rather than saying that's a person actively being targeted, I'm going to throw my nade at them. Like, yeah,
so
I noticed.
I kind of disagree with that just in this instance because your Ana was low, the Brig was right there. The Brig, if she got heals, that'd be massive for us because Brig is a great target. Especially if she's anti. I mean, she dies immediately if she's anti. So your Ana needed heals, I believe. So she, in process of nading herself to heal herself, she also got the Brig.
Let me see that because I
could be wrong. He may not have been on low health. I mean, he was. I think he thought he was on low health. I could be completely wrong. But if he thought he was on low health, it worked.
Here, he should not have jumped down to the low ground. He should have jumped to the back high ground.
Yeah. He shouldn't be. He shouldn't even be playing on point. He should be back left.
Or in bridge.
Yeah, or bridge.
Yeah, with a little bit of cover. Yeah,
but he's not a support player, so I mean, I understand.
Yeah. Also, I mean, it seems like we're really targeting him here, but
I mean, honestly, there really isn't a whole lot else I can say about the other guys because, like I said, you shouldn't be playing McCree, you shouldn't be playing Reaper, so I can't really say anything for them. They're doing bad, of course, because they're playing DPS and it goes.
Also, here we lost an ult because he disconnected.
Yeah, I realized that. I believe, I could be wrong, but I think we used our Shatter because we realized that. But I could be wrong. We did in one Rose League game, I don't remember if it was this one. Their Ryan disconnected and lost ult, so we just used our Shatter on nothing, just to make it a little fair.
That's good sportsmanship.
Yeah,
Like,
we try to have good sportsmanship, but a lot of times we can get a little tilted. Not really in chat, but like.
The last scrim we had a part of, who was that team? Because they were toxic as fuck.
We've had a few toxic scrims where the other teams are like so toxic. Like what is the point in being aggressive in scrims?
What
Especially
was
if there's other
the like when did we scrim them? Shock.
I think it was like 2-3 days ago or something like that, or maybe yesterday. I don't really know.
The team yesterday, because I don't even know who that was.
Please tell me he's not switching with Nano. Okay, thank God.
Yeah, we tried getting a Rose League scrim yesterday. Then, basically the guy, like, I couldn't go because I had another practice I had to go to, and I had to have the captain do it or like set it up, and like pretty much she said, "Oh, I don't think we're gonna 6," just as I had gotten like yes from the guy from Rose League, and I was like, oh, "Okay, I don't know if we can," and then right after, pretty much like 30 minutes later, he's like, "Actually, I think we have 6, we can," and then the Rose League guy got a scrim. I couldn't find another one.
Oh.
I'm just gonna find some random scrim and like I don't know who it was.
Your team is feeding.
Did you guys win or like did you guys?
Oh no, we lost. They spammed goats and destroyed us.
Oh, we gotta get better at countering goats. And by that I mean we get better at
playing goats.
Yeah.
Because they were a 2.9 team, so that's probably not good.
Yeah, I think
we
used
who was playing scrim though? Like, was it like normal starters or was it?
I believe we had Leah in for one of them. It wasn't all starters. I know that for a fact.
Oh, this was a good diva bomb. That probably got a few, didn't it? Oh wow, I'm surprised it didn't. All right, so you counter shattered. We trounced. Back up a little bit would be good. You guys are split now. It's a good being on the point. Got a tick. Anna should be staying back. Please don't push forward. There we go. Probably use Nano this fight. He is on the point. Should not be. Everyone is so split up. Like, Brig fell down. Shouldn't have. There's a decent grab, but no one was really there. Huge nade. Good freeze. He should be Nanoing the Rhine right there. There we go. That was a decent Nano.
I think it was a little bit late. There wasn't much.
Yeah, it was definitely late, but it was.
No,
but, I mean, it was
like,
decent for the time being.
Like he wasn't even actually fighting.
Yeah, it was definitely late, but like it wasn't bad for the time that it was there. Like he could have used it later, is what I mean.
Yeah.
We didn't win this, right? Yeah, I didn't think so.
But it wasn't good. They had like 7 minutes going.
Getting Discord notifications.
My favorite.
Oh wait, hang on. Look at what I said. This is better than Owl changed my mind.
We have to like do this.
I honestly like. I'm gonna lie. Like, I'm watching this match.
It was fun.
I think there was Owl games on. Didn't even. I was like, this is so fun.
I honestly prefer watching matches like this.
Because they're so much closer and you don't have teams spamming goats.
Yeah, and you can learn a lot from it too. If you're the same rank, watching like the same rank, like you could probably learn a lot from watching Overwatch League as well. But I definitely learned from. I feel like I learn better watching Diamond games because of mistakes I see. So then I know for the future not to make those same mistakes. The pro players, they don't make those same mistakes.
Yeah, you don't see that that's a mistake because you don't know that you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you'll watch the Overwatch League players play, but you're making stupid mistakes, and you're watching them expecting to get better at those stupid mistakes.
Oh, okay, watch this.
This was perfect. This setup right here, oh my gosh, you freaking rolled us with this until, like, last push. Your soldier up there, who was the soldier up there? Because if I owned a team that could sign people, I would sign him to just do that. Because that was crazy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Was that you? Because holy crap, you destroyed us. We couldn't get to you. We couldn't do anything. Sorry, I paused there,
why
by the
it's
way.
such a
This,
good strat.
so here, right here, this is where Emily on our team got tilted. I was messaging, or I was talking, asking him stuff, and he wasn't responding. So I thought he DC'd, and I paused it. But he was he was just tilted.
I mean, like that. The only problem with this strat, though, is that like basically there's the phase 1, which is this, and there's phase 2.
This was odd.
For the second fight.
You should just stood top right. Honestly, in my opinion.
I don't know, but like after the second fight, we pretty much always lose it. It might have been the third fight, or after the third fight, we lost this one, but basically, like you need to be able to switch off it, and we haven't figure out some other way.
And I've been working on that.
I think you did it fine. I need to. I can probably help you with that after I watch this, like watching next fight. Because I thought you did pretty good.
Normally,
You'll see what we do.
Keep stacking.
My original plan was getting them to all sit up on the in this room here on Mega, but that doesn't work. So I'm trying to figure out what I can get them to do.
Not sitting on Mega, sitting right here where Moira is standing. That's perfect. Yep, up top. There you go. See, you just have to keep going there, and then when we come, you guys drop down and just steamroll us. Because you're playing goats with the soldier. Soldier should be back up where he was before. I don't know why you're over there now.
I didn't have rocket to get back up there, and there wasn't enough time.
Ah. So right now you can see that we're going up there. You should be going back up top. Actually, I guess not, since you probably can tell we're dropping down to point. That was a great pick. Great shatter. See what I'm saying? Like, I know I keep pointing this out, but your Ryan, just the aggressiveness sometimes is perfect, but sometimes it's too much.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, get these guys. Bye-bye. That was great. Now Soldier should be going back up top where he was first fight. Please go up there already. Please, for the love of God, Soldier. I'm begging you. Okay, you already are. Never mind.
I'm in a little bit of a different position.
It's basically the same, though. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Just up top there, because we can't get to you.
Yeah.
It would have been much, much better if it was something that did more damage, like a Junkrat, I feel like would be perfect there. Great coalescence.
Yes, good. Except...
It's a lot harder to hit your shots as Junkrat, but... Dang.
I think we might actually somehow not lose this. Oh, never mind, we lost.
No, we lost. You just lost that.
This is where they
that's the thing, though. It's like the third fight, we can't...
So, our plan there was go straight, like, we're just gonna run past them, because we knew you were gonna be standing either at choke or on the top right. We're just gonna run straight past them, straight to point. Not up top or anything, just gonna go straight to point, and it worked perfectly. So you need to realize everything, you need to look at that map, just go in a custom game, look at that map, go to the position you would be in each fight, and think about where on every fight they could go around the map, where they're going to go left, where they're going to go right, where they're going to go straight to point, or whether they're going to fight. You need to learn, like, what you're going to do in each of those situations, and where you're going to position yourself.
Oh, why do I feel like I've said that before?
Have you? It's because it's a good thing to say. I mean, you're right if you said that and they've denied it. Because that's exactly what you need to do.
I have an idea that might work for this, but it will require a lot of communication. Like, I'm not thinking about specific characters, but once we figure out what we should switch to, like, after the second fight, we should basically, when we're winning the second fight, we should call for the people that we need to switch to go and jump off, like, before. Like, pretty much we'd want to stagger the team, but, like, we'd want to, when we already won the fight, like, they're screwed pretty much, we have those people go jump off, and we stagger that person. So then, basically, we have time for them to...
Well, with that happening, if they're even somewhat prepared, if they have a Lucio, the second they see something die in the kill feed, they're instantly going to recognize that that's an advantage that they now have.
Definitely.
And they're going to be rushing as fast as they can.
Well, what if the fight's already won?
That's why we stagger.
However, what I'll say is, first of all, you're losing a good amount of ult charge from that. Second of all, that position can work every fight if you realize where we can go each fight and learn how to counter it. Like, it can work fine. You don't need to change anything. You just need to learn what to do in each situation that the other team can possibly go. Because there's only so many things they can do. They can either, like I said, go top right, go left, go straight to point, go right bottom, go circle around through the gate on the right, or fight you top left. So there's really only a few things you can do.
Are you asking, like, are you saying that I need to know where I need to go?
No, everyone. No, okay. Your team. You're always going to be in a fine position there, unless they're running dive. If they're running dive, you're screwed. You need to change. But because I can't really help you there. But if we keep running goats like we did here, and you see, okay, guys, they're going right side. We do our usual plan for when they go right side. So figure out a plan for your team, or where you guys are where everyone else other than soldiers is gonna be set up. Even soldiers sometimes, because you being up there, if everyone's on the point, you're just gonna be standing there, and maybe you can do a dance emote or something. Because you're going to be completely useless. So you would want to jump. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is you would want to find a different position for where they're going to go. So yeah, it really just, like I said, I would suggest going in a custom game at some point and finding different positions that everyone can be for where the other team is going to run. Sorry, that was low. We went straight to point. Good wall, by the way. Hello.
I know, right?
Moira is not healing here, man. I can tell he's not a support player. I can tell he's not a support player.
Healing an anti-target?
Healing what? No. He wasn't anti. Is that Ryan over there?
The brig was anti. When he was healing, he was trying to heal the brig and she was anti.
Oh, I thought you were talking about what I was saying. I see. Because right here,
really bad defending point.
Look. So Ryan dropped down on accident, or I think I booped him actually. Celery is over here, in need of healing, and he's just doing damage. Now he's healing, an anti-target, healing from not far, and gets pinned. Good strat with the Mei. I like it. Okay, healing. Please heal, don't damage. Please heal, don't damage. You're not doing anything, and Brig is dead. Yep.
I stalled for so long, man.
Yeah, you guys stalled a very long time.
It tends to be one of the things we're good at, stalling, because
Which isn't something you want to be good at, though, because you don't want to have to stall.
So much that we're good at. Are we gonna review the one that I recorded, or
which one?
The second one, the Open Division game, or is that too much of a shit stomp?
No, I mean this is just like.
Oh, this is just for a stream right now. This is an educational stream I'm doing.
Ah, okay.
But also both of our teams are involved. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it would be cool to get both players' perspective, because this was a really good match. This was one of the best matches I've ever watched, /played, /seen. Like, not just personally, I thought it was really fun. It was a really fun match, especially to watch. Just watching, like I wasn't planning on watching your guys' perspective. I just wanted to get that clip from the montage, but then...
It's casted.
But
like, I think this was...
Oh, yeah! I wanted it to be captain as well.
Like... If only they chose this one, because this, like, oh man. Like, if they could have put this on as, like, one of the best matches that they've ever had in this league, like, it was such a good match.
I guaranteed, and I still guarantee, that I will have the most boob kills in Rose League at the end of the season. I already have the most for this season. I have over 20, I believe, so far, in the first 3 matches. Most of it was from this match.
You know... You just had to throw that in.
Just saying. Sorry, but... Sorry.
No, you had good boobs. You need... Like, we've had a lot of problems.
Okay,
boobs.
sorry, I'm not really reviewing here. Please explain why you're running 2 shield tanks. Oh my gosh.
Please yell at our Orisa player.
Because please...
Why would you run 2 shield tanks? You need to. All we need is 1 tick. We have 4 minutes, and you run Orisa, Ryan, Moira.
Let me remind you that we already lost the match point.
No, dude, if you had run a bunker comp, we would have been screwed.
No, we already lost the match though. Cause if we tied here, which we already like the best we could hope for.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
2-1. I mean, 2-1 would have been better than 3.
Still match differential though.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying we lost. But yeah, seriously. Like,
why?
Really wants to play Orisa, but
who is it? Because I need his Discord. Shadow. What's his Discord? Shadow.
It's not.
Is he in Rose League chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. His name is Isa. It's Isa.
What? IZ?
Just ISA and then tab.
ISA tab. Mythanthrope?
No. Hang on. Type in ISA. Alright.
ISA.
Then find the guy who's like Isaiah Rock.
Isaiah Rock?
Yes.
If you play Orisa in one more match, I will personally eat your entire family alive.
Oh man.
Alright, anyways.
You might have just broken so many.
I should probably remove that later. Anyways.
Dude, he has persisted to play Orisa in every single scrim and game we've played so far.
You surprisingly won a few fights. I don't know what you did, but it was a good wall. You carried them on this round, May. You just... The only reason you held us for so long is because you kept getting those walls off, I think. We really need to work on baiting walls.
Well,
Please, heal
Ryan.
Ryan.
The biggest thing is you don't send in your diva to stall, because if there's a good enough diva, never mind. Well, normally you don't.
Usually I try and do it, either I or diva.
Yeah, Lucia's probably the better one because the May tends to think that they can focus down the Lucio fast.
I can't even tell what's happening here. You're just rolling us. Definitely not your Orisa, though. I can't tell what he's doing here, honestly. We were so confused why you were running. We expected a Bastion. Oh, something I thought was funny is before the match started, you saw the Bastion in our spawn, and you thought we were running the Bastion. We were just breaking the spawn area with the Bastion. So someone called out, like, they have a Bastion, they're gonna run Bastion. I think it freaked you guys out. Right here would be a good Coalescence spot.
What are you talking about? That makes no sense. I'm surprised we get through. No, I'm not. My runners.
Our team should be
honestly,
backing out.
Not even gonna lie.
No.
Not even gonna lie. When I said it, when I said that, I was completely legit. I don't know how you guys. I didn't know how you guys got through, and then I legitimately said, "Oh yeah, Orisa." Yeah, that was not like a snarky like, "Hey, I wonder." Oh yeah.
I'm not even listening.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if the Isaiah guy responded. He said message from us. Yep, get out of there. Good beat. Like I said, I beat every time you guys beat.
Weird beat, yeah.
And here, I mean, we used our ults. We did everything we could.
He's typing.
Didn't press shift. I welcome you to try. I don't need to try because it's a...
My favorite part is Isa is also like probably one of the most toxic players on our team.
Oh really? I'm gonna trigger him then. Maybe you're just bad? I'm gonna trigger him then.
When it comes to like insults and like being sarcastic of their teams, yeah, he is.
He's good at it, but he's not serious. I mean,
well, yeah, okay, yeah,
he's always the guy that's like, all right, guys, we can win this. We can hold next time. Like he's not.
Okay, yeah, that I used the wrong word there. He's not toxic. He's just sarcastic.
well, that is gonna do it for the VOD review stream. Thanks everyone who watched, and everyone who watched afterwards and stuff. I'll see you all in the next whatever.